Ye West is no longer a billionaire, y'all. Ye is no longer a billionaire. Ye West loses billionaire status after Adidas cuts ties over his anti-Semitic comments. So here we go. I tried that one time at Old Dirty Bastard, but then he started giving the deets. I see. I see. So the partnership with Adidas was worth about a 1.5 billion dollars. And Adidas finally caved. So we're going to go over the companies that dropped him. And then he did an interview with Lex Friedman. That Samo, actually, he sent me over this interview that he did with Lex Friedman, which I thought was really good. And I think Lex did a really good job at sort of taking Kanye to task, but also allowing him to speak. And what's interesting is that you're seeing, these some hateful stuff going up in LA. So yeah, Keenan Thomas, yes, he was trying to sell us shit. I was trying to think of his name, but it's Keenan. Okay, so we'll get there. Let's back up a little bit. So let's kind of go over what's kind of going on right now. Where we left off last is that George Floyd's family is going to be suing Kanye for defamation for $250 million. I haven't heard anything about that. I'm sure that's going to go. I'm sure that's, I don't know. I'm sure it's going to happen, but I don't know how far it's going to get. We don't know. Okay, so let's check out the companies that Kanye's lost since he's been going Death Con, which he says Death Con, which is terrible. He says Death Con 3 on the Jews. Okay. That sounds terrible. First of all, it's Def Con, but he did explain himself. He's he's basically half illiterate. Like me. He speaks English good too. Well, I copied every shoe that I ever made all last year, so they were parting ties because they got the juice now. Someone should sue Floyd's family for the amount of drugs that he took. I think Candace Owens said that she was going to attempt to sue the family. I think she did say that. I'm pretty sure I saw Candace say that she's going to, if she has a case, she's going to actually try to sue George Floyd's family for, can't remember. I don't know. Did you guys see the documentary at all? The George Floyd documentary that Candace Owens did? I know that's not a very popular name, especially on a platform like Twitch. But again, if you guys know me, I like to see what's going on both sides of the issues. I don't like fucking get all my news from fucking CNN or Huffington Post. It's LA Times, you know what I mean? Like, not all my information comes from, so I like to keep track of what's going on all sides of this issue. So a man did a brilliant job, and he was so laid back and sarcastic that it was cool. Goddamn right. So I don't know. The George Floyd documentary, I thought Candace was kind of leading with her questions, which is what documentarians do, but I feel like she's better journalist than that. But she was definitely trying to, sell a point. And so that's fine. I don't agree with everything in the movie, but they do show these different angles of George Floyd where he has where it shows Chauvin with his knee on his shoulder. They do there's video of that from a different angle. It actually shows him with his shoulder. Again, I'm not saying that he didn't die of asphyxiation, friends. I don't agree with that. We're going with the mainstream narrative, friends. Whatever they said is what happened. Okay, Twitch, YouTube. Okay, whatever you say. I'd let Candace make me a sandwich. I'd let Candace Candace is kind of hot, guys. I'm not gonna lie. She has that like ice queen, like that the black ice queen thing going on. That is kind of hot. She's kind of hot. I'm not gonna lie. I wish she would stop straightening her hair though. I'd love to see her natural. I'd let Candace make me a sandwich. How dare you, Naders? And you know what, Naders? I bet she would. I bet Candace probably would make you a sandwich if she was in a relationship with you or something. She probably would, because she does believe in those kind of values of traditional gender roles. So there you go. Kanye West hits keep coming. They're so they're assholes, guys. They're assholes. You like how they did that little play on words there? Kanye West hits keep coming. Kanye West hits keep coming. Here are the companies that have cut ties with him. And you know what's also interesting is that he keeps going around telling people, he changed his name to Ye. And everybody keeps saying his name is Kanye, which is another diss on him. It's another dig. I would say it's another dig. Hold on. And I don't, and again, I don't support what Kanye is saying, but I do support that he's making some points that let me word this correctly so Twitch and YouTube doesn't hate me. He is saying things that have a glimmer of truth to it. If only he would stop saying fucking like the Jewish media and shit. Like, fucking stop saying it like that. But I do know what he's saying. And to sit here and deny that there isn't a lot of Jewish folks involved in banking and the media and social media and fucking and TV and music, to say that is disingenuous, hugely disingenuous. So there is rings of truth, but the way he's going about it is horrible. So again, I don't condone what he's saying, but I do understand where he's coming from, and I do see that he's frustrated, and I do see that he's probably fucking going off the rails, man. There was this video that popped up because Kanye West keeps saying that, or I'm sorry, Ye West keeps saying shit like, I'm not, why they keep calling me crazy? Why they keep calling me crazy? And you want to know why they keep calling you crazy, Ye? Oh, here's George Soros. I'll tell you why they keep calling you crazy, Ye. Let's see if we can find it. Did I like it? I hope I liked it. Damn it. Oh, yeah, here it is. So here we go.
Only on CTM this morning, we've got a first look at Kanye West's very revealing new interview with
So this is from 2015.
The rapper details his struggle with mental illness on the new season of the Netflix show. I love this title. My next guest needs no introduction. It's a topic that Kanye rarely discusses. Letterman asked him how bipolar disorder affects his brain.
Define it for me. What is the mechanism that is malfunctioning or is taking a break in your brain? Do you know?
This is why we
I
think
wouldn't be
you're
able to
crazy.
explain that as much, just because I'm not a doctor. I can just tell you what I'm feeling at the time, and I feel a heightened connection with the universe when I'm ramping up. It is a health issue. This is like a sprained brain, like having a sprained ankle.
A sprained
And
brain.
if someone has a sprained ankle, you're not gonna push on him more.
Right.
With us, once our brain gets to a point of spraining, people do everything to make it worse.
Now, Kanye West says he is under a doctor's
Now
care,
listen
that
to
he
how they
uses
talk about
alternative
him.
treatment methods,
Listen
but
to
he
how they
thinks
talk about him
medication
here.
may work for others with bipolar disorder. Our Dr. Tara Narula is with us now. A
Oh,
lot of people
Tara,
applauding him for
let us
speaking
know.
out, saying that it could certainly help others. Did you understand what he was saying? You agree with what he's saying?
I am applauding him and every other celebrity that comes out and talks about their mental health illness, because this is a real struggle.
Because we want to make sure that an artist like Kanye West, that you know that he's crazy. We want to make sure. So we applaud anybody, so that anybody who steps out of line, we can easily just say you're crazy. Now, that's how he sees it. How I see it is this dude does suffer. He is suffering. That guy is off his shit. This is why people call you crazy, Ye, because you've said it lots of time in public. That's why, motherfucker. George Floyd is not no one's martyr due to the fact that he had a rap sheet of criminal activity, and the person that believes in karma is karma just came back right then and there for the fake $20 bill and also having drugs on them. There were plenty of African Americans had a clean rap sheet, and it was in the right that died in the same timeline, but they chose him to back their power behind. I'm just gonna say it right here. No, George Floyd did not deserve to die for what he did. I don't, like karma or whatever. I don't think that justified what happened. It's horrible. It's horrifying. Fuck Derek Chauvin. And the only reason, I know I was joking around and saying, don't cancel me, YouTube, but there was a coroner that said that it was asphyxiation, but here's the other part that no one talks about. Also, drug overdose and heart condition. So they said it was all three, but mainly it was a asphyxiation. So that's why it's like, it's a little weird, right? Like, there does seem to be a little something weird. Like, and the fact that there was a chewed up pill in the back seat of the cop car. Like he was chewing pills and stuff. He was eating his drugs, because if you're doing a drug deal, and the cops bust up and the jump out boys roll up on you, you eat your shit. So he was in there trying to eat up his fucking pills, and he probably ate a lot of pills. The other thing that was interesting is that in the documentary, now this is the Candace Owens documentary, is that they showed him asking them to lay him on the ground. He said, "I need to lay down." He said it. There's footage. It's just what it is. He wanted to be laid down, and they didn't lay him down. It was his choice, but he was resisting. Now, again, there is no place on earth where it is okay to fucking kneel on someone's neck in such a manner, in such reckless abandonment. Like, he fucking didn't care. He fucking was smiling at the camera. Oh, he was the white devil that America needed at the time, I suppose, for a certain agenda. But it was fucked up, right? It was horrible. It was horrible to watch. I watched the whole thing a few times. So, yeah, he was a criminal. He has a whole rap sheet. I think he has SA on his rap sheet. B&A, like all kinds of fucked up shit he's done in his life. And he was also addicted to opiates. But there's no way in the world that he deserved to die. And fuck Derek Chauvin. And so that's why I'm like, we're going to go with the narrative here. It's fine. But just note that it is noted that high levels of drugs and fentanyl, which I think a microgram can kill you, like a grain that goes on the tip of a pencil can kill you. And he had like 4 times that, or 3 times 40. No, he had like 3 times that or something. So I don't know what, I forgot the numbers, so don't quote me on that part. But he did have a high levels of fentanyl in him. So, again, he shouldn't have died. He was a criminal, but he shouldn't have died. But he was more than that. He had a daughter. He had friends. He had a place to live. The interesting the thing that documentary showed is that none of the family members bothered to come by where George was staying to gather his stuff. Like they just sort of, they never met his roommates that he lived with for like 7 years. And then, another thing that's sort of Candace is getting shit for is that she's making fun of the family for coming on TV and crying and be like, "We love George, we love George, we love George," But in the reality of the situation is they hadn't really had contact with him for years. He probably was written off as a drug addict criminal. They probably were just like, well, you can only get so many chances, in those situations. I know from experience. So, he was probably just wrote off, and then they saw their opportunity to make a lot of money. But I don't want to say that because it's a horrible thing. But this is what the documentary is saying. So I just do want to separate it. That's what the documentary is saying. Kanye's rant, I give him 60-40. Stuff that he's saying is true after you explain it. Some of the stuff you saying is true shock and value to get attention. I'm 60% and understand his frustration, and also the most biggest troll in history title goes to 40% is him lying off his mountaintop. No. Asphyxiation is kung fu. Is that what? No, that's something else though. That's fixation. No, that's fix. R.I.P. to stolen IP of Bruce Lee, GOAT, David Carradine. Is it bad that I'm playing my world's smallest violin? No, Naders, you could play. I encourage you to play music. As a musician, I encourage you. Bro, I'm not even breaking out my violin. Sounds like a Chinese finger trap situation. You guys are fucking ruthless. A man died, okay? I mean, even if he was a criminal and a possible rapist, he fucking died. So, life is precious. So let's get back to this video. Well, they're just congratulating how the tone has changed, right? How the tone has changed from 2015, mental health, Kanye. They're just, backing up that narrative that he's crazy. There's also another thing that popped up, and I think I mentioned it at the beginning of the show. Maybe I can find it. What is it? Oh my God. This girl wrote this really interesting thing where she said, what if Kanye or Ye wanted to, but we speak, that is true, Naders. That is very true. One of the things that they said was, a few of the things, what if Kanye wanted his independence and he was under contract with all these different places? Adidas was stealing his designs. Gap was fucking him over. All these different companies, talent agents, whatever. What if he wanted to burn it all down to gain independence because of his overall goal of bringing black community up? He also wants to bring humanity up. He also has the ecosystem. I think we went over the ecosystem. Did we go over the ecosystem, y'all? I don't remember. Fuck. But he also has a ecosystem which he's building out in the desert, and he has like sustainable living, and it's going to be like a whole Kanye store, and it's a whole thing. So like he has this crazy vision. No, I shouldn't say crazy. He has this whole vision of what he wants to do. So what if he did all this to gain independence from these companies that were fucking him? Now that's genius. But people were making comments saying like, so you mean to tell me that he also wanted to get dropped from CAA? He also lost his stadium tours. He was booking stadium tours. He lost a lot of stuff. His CAA, which is his talent agency, dropped his ass too. So I don't know if that's the case, but it wouldn't surprise me if it was. If he was like, this is the only way I'm going to fucking start this conversation. Now, what was I going to plan? Let's see. So what is that saying of their family is all of a sudden giving so much care about this life. They almost didn't care about themselves to be involved. Are they really open for lawsuits? Lest they have some evidence pointing that they put George Floyd in rehab and tried to rehabilitate their family member. Receipts to see that you care before the death. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what the situation is, but again, this is probably years and years and years of somebody who's abusing drugs and, getting in trouble with the law and stuff like that, and they probably just, they had to distance themselves to protect themselves. That's really how it goes. You really have to distance yourself from drug addicts and people that suffer from drug addiction, because you're protecting yourself, and there's just only so much you can do for somebody who won't help themselves. That's the chess move. Somebody finally breaks the clue. That's what I'm talking about. Kanye is playing chess. He has everything in place. He just needs to be free. Yes, plan your losses, 2 hours together, make it win. What you guys are not listening to is that his dad has all these great ideas that he could not fuel himself. Now he has a billionaire son this is called generational wealth in the making live action. Not even Ye's ideas it's him fulfilling his father's ability. Yeah, like they have some water filtration systems set up in the DR right now. You know, they're doing amazing stuff together. It's really cool. Dude, Ye stands will see the dude do a show in a bathroom stall. Yeah, no, he can do a show on a mound in the parking lot of a fucking of a Wendy's or something. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter. He can do all of his own stuff on his own, and now he's completely independent. And so when you watch the Lex Friedman interviews of Kanye and the things he's sort of going through, you do get a better picture of what's going on. You really do. So let's I wanted to bring up another thing. So what if that was the situation, right? What if it was the situation where Ye is like, I want to be independent and this is the only way how I can do it. The one thing that I did like about Lex, and we'll get to that, is that he was saying, you know, you don't have to call it the Jewish media. You don't have to be, say Jew this, Jew that. You can, he said you could be a man and go after the people who have fucked you over, because those people who have fucked you over are individuals and are not the Jewish people. Those are just awful people. And I thought that was the greatest point he could have made. And I think that's a lot of, if he would have just went for the people. And that's the thing. The thing about it was, right, like, and you could see the succession because he wanted to leave the Gap. He left the Gap, and that's why J.P. Morgan Chase dropped him, not because of his anti-Semitism. It's because that deal was tied in with the Gap deal was tied in with J.P. Morgan Chase. So it was a different thing. It had nothing to do with being canceled, which is very funny that all these media corporations just throw that in there, like, he was canceled because of anti-Semitism. It's like, no, bitch, he had other business deals. He's been trying to get out of that. So what does he do? First of all, he talks shit about Adidas, right? Like, remember when he was talking shit about Adidas and Gap and all this shit? That didn't work. So he went all White Lives Matter. White Lives Matter didn't work. So then he says George Floyd shit about George Floyd dying from a drug overdose and not being choked out by a fucking crazy ass cop. Still didn't work. What will work? Who is the one people that you can't go over? Well, there are going to be real consequences to people with power. And that's what he did. And now he's free. He's also made a lot of enemies. Twitch streamers. Littlefinger, welcome in. Twitch streamers. What does that mean? LOL. So, I don't know. Again, there's no way I'm backing up what Kanye West says, okay? There's no way. I think it's terrible. And what sucks is this whole LA freeway thing. And apparently anti-Semitism and hate against, violence against Jews are on the rise, I guess. So there's a bunch of anti-Semitic propaganda popping up around LA, apparently. But did you guys see that picture? Where's the picture? Why are you guys fucking... Oh, here it is. All right, so here's the ad. Littlefinger, welcome in. The people you don't go after, the people that you get banned. Yeah. I see what you said. Oh, Ye will become a Twitch streamer and blow up the world hemisphere. No, Twitch will knock him right off the platform and no problem. Twitch already came after its streamer. Yeah, you're right about that, Naders. They did. And with YouTube giving 45% split on revenue, shit, Twitch is probably going to start eating shit soon, y'all. I'm not going to lie. He'll get banned too fast. Yeah, no. I'm surprised I'm not banned yet. It's only because it's only because we're a small community here on Twitch. If we actually had like fucking 150 people in here or 1,000 people in here, I would probably get kicked off the platform just by talking about the things that we're talking about. And not even like, because again, I don't agree with how Kanye's saying these things. I don't like it. It's not nice. It sucks. Okay? Boo. Don't do that. Let's see. Let's talk about real things. Real things like the Broncos back. I want the OG edition truck. The original reason why the truck is famous. I'm sorry, I'm popping off the hammer. I gotta get back to class, but it was fun hanging out with you guys. I'm jumping in a lark. No worries, buddy. Have fun. Have a good time. I mean, nah, he's a dumbass. I don't know what the fuck he's doing. See, again, I don't know if he's dumb, but he's definitely he's definitely fucking up. But again, he might be doing this all on purpose just to be free so he can truly be independent. Adidas is trying to steal your shit. It's trying to steal your intellectual property. And the only way to get out of this is to just fucking burn it down. He had to go nuclear, so that's crazy. But yeah, I agree a little bit. I don't think he's dumb, but I think he's doing dumbass shit. But here's what's been going on, guys. Like, so let's just hear what's going on in
Kevin
LA.
De Leon's home here in Eagle Rock. They hope to put pressure on the councilman to resign, but so far it has not worked. And as you mentioned today, Governor Newsom stepping into the fray, not mincing words.
Yeah, here we go.
I think they should. I wanted to give them space, but I think I was very clear with Nuri.
Oh, this is about the Mexican lady who was talking shit and being racist. That's funny.
Calling for the resignation of 2 embattled LA City Council members. The remarks made following a gubernatorial debate in San Francisco Sunday, where he explained why it took him so long to state his opinion.
I wanted to provide the
opportunity.
It was during a read to do the home in Eagle Rock.
Are you surprised it took Newsom?
Different leaders from across the country coming out and saying it, you know, the different leaders. Yeah, because especially when you have the president, when you have different leaders from across the country.
This has nothing to do with anything. Get the fuck out of here, KTLA. You wasted my time again. Here we go. This is it. I'm just looking for the fucking banner. Here it is. God damn it. All right. Here we go. We're just gonna go look. There we go. This is what got thrown up. This is in Los Angeles. Yeah. This is what's going on right now. Lots of anti-Jew stuff popping up. When was this? Wait, CNN says only white people can be racist. That's true. My bad, guys. Only white people can be racist. There's no way black people can be racist, except if your name is Kanye West. And then you can be racist. There's so many racist white Mexicans in my family. Yo, and I ain't even gonna lie. I got an uncle who's like all about this. A Mexican ass uncle who's just like, it's all the Jews. And I'm just like, I don't know, uncle. Look, this is what they do, though. They vax the Jews. That's what it says. Vax the Jews. Like, this is terrible. So, you know, this is from 2016, by the way. This is not from recent days. This is from a long time ago. So don't. This is from a day ago. I don't even know what that says. That's horrible. But this is another thing that's going on. So it is inspiring hate. And that's what sucks about that kind of rhetoric. And that's why I'm not into it. But I believe he has every right to say it. I believe he has every right to say what he's saying. Even if I don't agree. But he has every right to say it because he's just by being born in this country. So it's just what it is. This is what it is. But this is horrible, and this is the shitty outcome of what freedom of speech can get you. But this is the conversations we need to be having, and to shine light on this darkness. I would graffiti pot leaves everywhere. No swats. Yeah, these fucking swats. Get the fuck out of here with the swastika. I mean, you people can say whatever they want. Someone might get pissed off though. Exactly, little finger. But that's the whole idea, right? You can say whatever you want, but those consequences, here comes the consequence. Consequences are coming for me now. I can't remember how he sings that. Consequences suck. And if you're going to talk shit, you know, what was the thing? Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. And I feel like Ye is playing stupid games right now. Maybe he's playing that 3D chess, like Samo was saying. Maybe he's just operating on a low. So let's get past this, and we'll get into the companies that have broke ties with him, but some of it's kind of lying and shit. So let's go through here and see what we can decipher from the LA Times. So in early October, Ye, the rap artist and mogul, also known as Kanye West, posed during Fashion Week, Paris Fashion Week, in a White Lives Matter t-shirt. He then embarked on a long-running litany of conspiracy-minded and anti-Semitic remarks. As a result, multiple businesses and others affiliated with Ye have been cutting ties with him. Here's a running list. The swastika was taken from churches. The emblem ward evil spirits away. So the funny mustache guy took it and made it his own. Yeah, there's a whole thing. Like, I think it even goes deeper than that, right? Like, doesn't it like come from ancient Egypt? The origins of the swastika. That's great. That's just great. That's what I'm looking up on my stream. How the world loved the swastika until Hitler stole it. In the Western world, the swastika is synonymous with fascism, but get the fuck as more evidence emerges of its long prehistory in Europe, can this ancient sign ever shake off the evil associations? Can it? I don't know. Fine eating California fruit. Look. California fruit. Swastika brand. Drink Coca-Cola. What the fuck? It's a symbol of the sun. Buddhist. Oh, okay. Coca-Cola used it. Playing cards. It was used by American military units during World War I, and it could be seen on RAF planes in the in 1939. I want to know like the original origins though, bitch. This idea was seized upon by anti-Semitic national. Okay, the black straight arm. For the Jewish people, the swastika is a symbol of fear. Yes, we know that. It's been banned in Germany. The irony is that the swastika is more European in origin than most people realize. Archaeological finds have long demonstrated that the swastika is a very old symbol, but ancient examples are by no means limited to India. It was used by ancient Greeks, Celts, Anglo-Saxons, and some of the oldest examples have been found in Eastern Europe from the Baltic and Balkans. If you want to see just how deeply rooted the swastika pattern is in Europe, a good place to start is Kyiv. Does anybody know where Kyiv is? Where the National Museum of History of Ukraine, well, there it is, has been an impressive range of exhibits. Yeah, they've had a long history of Nazism over there, haven't they? Among the museum's most highly prized treasures is a small ivory figurine. Okay, fine. All right, so there you go. There's a long history. I have that Coke bottle. No way. My granddad brought a few things back from the war. You have the Coke. This is a bottle. I didn't even know it was a bottle opener. I had no idea what the fuck that was for. I thought it was an advertisement. And look at this fucking swastika surrounded by pineapples. It's like Nazi fucking swingers. You go to their house and they have fucking upside down pineapple and a swastika in the middle. It's like, oh, well, I know why they invited us. We blonde and blue eyes. I see. Looks like a poorly baked cookie. I didn't know what it was. I thought it was like a piece of metal or something, or a keychain or some shit, or advertisement. I honestly have no idea. And look, eating California swastika brand fruit. Will you get me some swastika cookies, please? Oh, while you're at the store, will you get me some swastika raisins? I need some Nazi raisins. Will you pick me up some Nazi bananas? I'm sorry, guys. I'm not sorry. I'll have to dig that out of my security deposit. Wow, that's awesome. Bionic Commando and a few games there was the symbol you picked up for a power-up. Wow. Well, there you go. There you go, guys. Well, what are you going to do, right? It started out as something pure, but what was the original meaning of it? I think Nader said something, or did Littlefinger? Hold on. Meaning of the swastika. Swastika symbolism of lightning bolts representing the thunder of God and the king of the gods, such as Indra and Vedic Hinduism, Zeus in ancient Greek religion, Jupiter in ancient Roman religion, and Thor in ancient Germanic. But what does it mean, man? What does it mean, man? Prominently, it symbolizes lightning bolts and thunder of God, but that's predominantly very Eurasian as well as some African and American cultures, now also widely recognized as appropriate. Okay, we know that. It continues to be used as a symbol of divinity and spirituality in Indian religions, including Hinduism, Buddhism, and Jainism? What the fuck is Jainism? I don't even know what Jainism. Okay. It's Jainism. Jainism, also known as Jain Dharma, is an ancient Indian religion. Jainism traces its spiritual ideas and history through the succession of 24. Okay, so it's ancient India stuff. And of course, here you go. Yes, the illustrious history of the swastika. How one man can just make that symbol of spirituality and divinity into something evil. Mary Jainism. I couldn't get it out. It reversed though. It's two-sided. It was also on the windows of a pagan churches. There is this homeless shelter here in Toledo that has swastikas like embedded into the tiling on the stairs. The building's from like 1910 or something. And so this was built before the Nazis, and they just and they're just little, you would miss them if you're not looking, and they're just little and embedded into the stairs, part of the tiling of the stairs and flooring. So every once in a while you just walk by and you see some fucking Nazi symbol. You're homeless. It's like a homeless family shelter too. So like your whole family is homeless and you're walking up the stairs and all you see is like Nazi symbols leading your way to your fucking room. It was a different time. Anywho, so the Gap in mid-September, before the whole Paris Fashion Week debacle, and after taking shots at the retail company on Instagram, yeah, and you guys I think we covered the Gap. Get the fuck out of here. I wonder if this works. Give me a second, guys. I gotta do something that's something. Let me see if this works. I doubt it. I don't think it works. Oh, it does work. Yes. Okay, sick. All right, so here's this. So Kanye West sends the Gap notice of termination to end the partnership after public feud. Weeks after taking shots at the Gap in since deleted Instagram post, Ye West has terminated his partnership with the clothing company. On Thursday, the Wall Street Journal reported that the Gap and West, who goes by Ye, are not aligned in their partnership. The famous rapper confirmed the news when he shared a notice of termination on his Instagram story. So funny. He just goes about shit in the fucking most fucked up way. The notice sent from West legal team to Mark Breitbard, Gap brand's president and chief executive, and his attorneys alleges that Gap has abandoned its contractual obligations of its original agreement in June 2020. So there it is. Sorry, I got distracted by Brian Johnson reveals in memoir that he wouldn't have minded dying at 180 miles per hour. I'm just like, what does that even mean? AC/DC's Brian Johnson. In 2020, West announced that his Yeezy fashion brand would collaborate with Gap for adult and kids clothing. So there you go. He wasn't happy, and so he took off from the Gap. So it's just. They listed the Gap as if they fucking left him because of this whole debacle. That's what I don't like. That's a little fucking shady to me. That's a little bit of shade right there. A little bit of shadiness going on. Okay, hold on. Give me a second, guys. I see I have to just do my own versions here. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Robbie!
1 year.
What's up, buddy? Oh my God, it's a whole year?
No way! That's so cool. Robbie, thank you so much, my baby boo. I was just talking about you and how fucking awesome you are. And how big of a genius you are. And how valuable you are to this channel. You missed it. Your ears must have been burning. Okay, let me do this here. Yeah, and yes, we are still talking about Kanye West. I do it to myself, friends. I do it to myself. I wish I just had a better way of doing things. I just do it to myself. My stars, I'm getting the vapors over here. Good Lord. I sensed it in the World Wide Web.
Smells good, baby.
Ye West sends a Gap note. Oh yeah, we just read that. Okay, get out of here. Get out of here. Okay, so notably, Gap does not dispute that it has failed for over 2 years to sell a single product in a single Gap store, including any of its 500 stores in America. The notice West shared on Instagram said, nor does Gap dispute that it has failed for over 2 years to open a single dedicated store anywhere in the world. So he wanted to get on a Gap. The other thing is that Gap just released a statement saying that we're going to take all of Finish Line and Gap. But Gap said they're going to start taking all products, all Yeezy products off the Gap. Takes all Yeezy products down. I'm terrible at this. Robbie, I hope you're doing well, my friend. It's good to see you. Thank you so much for that sub. And let's do a shout out for. Oh wait, I don't have to do all that. I can do. Shit, Robbie, I forgot what our thing is. Yeah, I did it. Everybody, make sure you're going and give Robbie some love. So some say he was trying to get out of these deals, but that doesn't make sense. Who would take a quarter valuation? Well, Robbie, if you think about it, he's investing in his future. I think that's kind of how he sees it. If he is going that route, I can kind of see that he's like, okay, if I burn it all to the ground, I already have my platform. I already have, like people love my shit. I already established that. Now he's going to go independent. And now he doesn't have to split that money with Adidas. Now he doesn't have to split that money with Gap. Now he doesn't have to split that money with Balenciaga, whatever. He loved calling himself a billionaire. Yep, and now he is not a billionaire. But I think if anybody could do it, Yeezy could. If he can survive this. If he can survive, which I think he will. And again, I feel like this is going to start serving to that idea of that, like the left and the right are going to have their own marketplaces. Like the right has their own news sources. They buy from, Daily Wire has shaving kits now, and they're selling food. you know, it's gonna be like this economy of the right, and people will just, only the people on the right or Republicans will love Kanye West's music and everything he does. Anyways, but here it is right here, guys. So Gap and Foot Locker are going to remove all the merchandise off their websites and the physical stores. As the corporate backlash against Ye West mounts, Gap has announced it's pulling the rapper's Yeezy Gap line of merchandise from its stores and has shut down YeezyGap.com. Additionally, Foot Locker is pulling Yeezy products from its shelves. Our former partners' recent remarks and behavior further underscore why we are taking immediate steps to remove Yeezy Gap product from our stores, the retailer said in a statement on Tuesday. In the last few weeks, retailers, social media platforms, celebrities, and fashion and entertainment companies have peeled away from business alliances with West due to the anti-Semitic marks. Okay, so there it is. So they're gonna actually go even a step further. Oh my God, I'm sorry, guys. We're on the same thing. Good luck. Yeah. Well, I honestly feel like he's going to try to get that all back because now he's independent. That's how I see it. But who knows what's gonna happen? Honestly, who fucking knows? So let's get that out of here. Oh, let's get that out of here. That's awful. I don't even want to look at that. Get out of here, bitch. We don't care about that. So Instagram and Twitter, obviously they kicked him off the platforms after he texted P. Diddy things about Jewish people and then made those texts public. And then, of course, Twitter, he says he's going to go DEFCON 3 on Jewish people, fumbling the DEFCON label of the United States Defense Condition Readiness Alert System. Now, people are taking this DEFCON 3 to all Jewish people. They're taking it as direct threats to people's lives. And again, if you've ever read or seen anything about World War II, and the rhetoric and the things that led to those situations, you'll understand why a bunch of people are fucking upset. Okay? You know, I think, what do they say? Never again, right? The Jewish folks, never again. And so I understand. I mean, from an outsider's view, I can see how people who, I mean, there are still people who are alive today, people are alive today that had to like watch their whole families get gassed or murdered in front of them as children, probably. But still, imagine that, carrying that burden on your back. Yeah, I'm not happy. I forgot what TBH means. I was like, oh, he was crazy, whatever. Now people are using him as an example that his hate speech is okay. Like the shit in LA with the sign over the highway. Yes. Okay. Thank you. Yes. I forgot that. It was, to be honest, I'm a fucking idiot. Yeah, no, it's terrible. It's terrible that he is doing this. Oh yeah. And I forgot Camille Vasquez also is not going to be Camille Vasquez, who was Johnny Depp's lawyer during the Johnny Depp trial. Cutie Camille. She's fucking hot. And she, like the way she talks, and she has her little dress and her little business suit on. Camille. Anyways, they're not going to be working together. Apparently, Camille wanted Ye to go out in front of everybody and apologize and never talk about it again. And Ye's not backing down. So he is not backing down at all. Yeah. But you know, there's this new interview they did with Lex Friedman that I feel like really does kind of paint a bigger picture, but it still sucks. I kind of am done playing Ye music and supporting him until he gets his shit together. I really liked his old stuff, but even that doesn't interest me anymore. Yeah, you know, I was listening to College Dropout like a couple weeks ago. I don't generally just go to Spotify and like, let me listen to some Kanye West. But, yeah, I mean, if a song comes on, I'm not actively going and listening to him, but I wouldn't stop listening to him. I just don't. But I fucking, you know, respect Robbie. I see why you would make that decision. I see it, you know. I've read a lot about World War II. I've seen a lot of documentaries. I know the kind of shit that Goebbels was doing, you know. the types of shit he was putting out there. So yeah, man, it's fucked up. And I can see why and it's like when he says, Jewish media and stuff, I like that Lex Friedman was like, it's like me using the N-word, dude. Like, why don't you see that? And then Ye makes it like, what about our genocide? What about our genocide, referring to abortion? And which, a lot of people agree with him on that. And there's more to that, in fact, and we'll get there because I think that's some of these points he's making are big, huge points that are just buried in fucking garbage rhetoric. This was a great concert I saw back in the day. Oh, cool. Oh, you saw Ye. Good morning. Good morning. I want and I wonder. And you see, even through the wire. What's Champion? I can't remember. Diamonds are forever. Can't tell me nothing. Flashing. American Boy. Oh, cool. Did American Boy. All falls down. Down. Damn, dude. This is a fucking fire ass set. God damn, that's good. Holy shit. That is fucking, that's it. That's the golden age Kanye right there. That show was epic. Nine Inch Nails, Bob Dylan, and what the what the fuck, Robbie? What the fuck? It must have been a festival. I could imagine that billing. Sundays.
Sunday, come down to the MGM studio. Fucking, I fucked it up.
Whatever. Ye started late because Nine Inch Nails was on at the same time, and he wanted to go see Nine Inch Nails. That is such a Ye move, for real. Hey, good for him. Good for him. Okay, so where the fuck were we? Oh yeah, we were talking about Twitter and stuff. JP Morgan Chase, conservative pundit Candace Owens, who posed in a White Lives Matter shirt with Ye in Paris, tweeted October 12th that Ye had been kicked out by JP Morgan Chase Bank. She included a redacted letter with the subject line, important closing of our banking relationship. I was told there was no official reason given, but they sent this letter as well to confirm that he has until late November to find another place for Yeezy Empire to bank, Owens wrote. See, I don't like how they wrote this fucking thing, man. I don't fucking like it. Like, this is fucking LA Times, man. This is such fucking bullshit to me. Because JP Morgan Chase, that deal was done before fucking all this happened. They're only doing this to for their clickbaity. I gotta get fucking 1,500 words in, and I don't care if I have to. And we're trying to shit on Ye, which, that's what happens. But still, I don't like how they phrase that. Def Jam, which is another fucking lie. Let's see what they have to say about that. Ye had a 10-album contract with Def Jam that was fulfilled after the release of Donda in August 2021. A person familiar with the deal confirmed that the Times on October 16th that the rapper is now a free agent. The label has also reportedly no longer distributing releases from the rapper's Getting Out of Our Dreams imprint. It remains uncertain whether or not any major recording company, some of which are publicly traded, would take West after his recent outburst. Even with his string of 10 consecutive #1 albums, he could always release the next effort without a record company's backing, like he did in February with Donda 2. Exactly. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, he's just gonna go independent. As soon as fucking Radiohead went independent, the one album, what was it, Ghost, I think it was, they just put it up on their website and said it was free or make a donation. And they said they made more money off of doing that simple thing than they ever made off of any fucking record deal they ever had. He's literally cutting out the middleman. I feel like all of these companies have served their purpose for him, and now he's just outgrown them in certain fashions. And pesky contracts pesky contracts are always holding shit up, right? Ye's music is a reflection of his life. If you listen to the song Power, that's what he's going through right now. It's not even a clue because it's really it's reality. Listen to the whole song, I'll tell you. Okay, I'll listen to it. Robbie, super gorgeous parenting unite. Aw, power to the parent structure. Agreed. Power to the family unit. So Def Jam, which is another thing that he left, he was done. He went independent and released his own shit with the STEM player. So, you know, he's already been kind of going independent. It's making more and more sense. It's making more and more sense to me that he's burning shit down on purpose to sort of rise out of the ashes. It's starting to make sense. Everybody has a contract with Def Jam. Def Jam is dying. They handed over more presidentships than the government. More presidents than the government. I got you. Get Rick Rubin on the phone to fix this issue. Get a room. Balenciaga. Okay. The design house, which had West May walking in its Paris Fashion Week show a day before his White Lives Matter fashion statement, cut ties with him on October 21st. Balenciaga and its creative director, Demna, collaborated with and inspired West in the past and engineered his Yeezy Gap collection. So Demna is the head of Balenciaga, and apparently they're really good friends. Ye and Demna are really good friends still, and they talk, but it was out of their hands because it's a huge corporation. Z! What the fuck's up, bud? Welcome in. Good to see you. CAA. Now this is, so Balenciaga was definitely due to his remarks and his behavior. CAA, same. The Times reported on October 24th that the talent agency CAA ended its relationship with Ye this month following his recent anti-Semitic outburst. CAA had represented the rapper only for touring, and he hadn't toured since signing with them in 2016. So another contract that he's shaken, right? Out. I'm done with it. Separately, Ari Emanuel, chief executive of talent agency WME, called for Spotify Apple to deplatform West. He urged Adidas to end its relationship with Ye, called on Parler not to sell the platform to the performer. Ari Emanuel. I'm not sure who that is. You guys know who that is? I knew who he was. American businessman, CEO, Endeavor and Entertainment Media Agency, owns the UFC. So this business guy who's probably Jewish, what is it for? Oh, is that a link? I'm waiting to hear how Ye turned the Ye turned the frogs gay, and China wants to make him the president. All right. Let's get back to this. So CAA did legitimately get rid of him, and that spawned a lot of stuff going on with him. Ari Emanuel hating hard, which, he's Jewish. Obviously he's going to talk shit. Shortly after CAA's move went public, film and television production company MCR declared it would shelve a completed documentary about West rather than distribute it. So they have a completed documentary about Ye, and they're going to shelve it. It's just a little mead. Who the fuck is calling me? Some bullshit. Get the fuck out of here. God damn. All right, let's see. Oh, this is going right on my fucking Instagram. Now I gotta get my phone back. I threw across the room. Oh, dude, we're posting this right fucking now. Hold on. How do I access it? That is awesome. Thank you so much, Z. That is amazing. I appreciate you. We're putting it on the fucking Instagram. We're doing it for the gram, motherfuckers. I think I can post from here, can't I? I just can't share the story. Hold on. Let me see. Let me download this motherfucker. Save image as WSEG. Yay. Drake. Meme. There. All right. We got that. We're going to fucking post it right now, y'all. It's happening. Right the fuck up. Yeah, baby. Let's go. No filter or anything. Straight up. Twitch community rascals at work. Z, if are we friends on it? I don't even know if you're on Instagram, Z. I don't think we're friends on Instagram, but if you, what's you? Hold on, let me just see. Oh, god damn it. Z L. That's not you. Well, it could be, but I don't know. All right, we're not tagging anybody. Rascals at work. Let's see. Hashtag Yeezy. Hashtag we speak English good. Look at that. 441 posts. That's right. I'm out here. Boom. All right. Out into the world it goes. Maybe we should put it on Twitch or Twitter too, because I feel like Twitter likes it. Twitter likes these kind of things. I'm sorry you guys have to see all this happen in front of you, but I'm not really. I guess I'm not sorry. I'm more like, you know, I want to get to the stuff, but this is just too important, you know? Twitch community rascals. LUL. Hashtag yay. Yay to come back to bus. Okay, no. Kanye is over party. No, I don't want. I don't support Kanye is over. But I will support Kanye West. And music podcast. How about that? All right. Out into the world it goes. Goodbye. That shit's hilarious. All right. Listen, I know it's a sickness. All right. I know it's a sickness. I can't help myself. I just love him so much. I just wish he would stop talking shit. It's like when you have a fucking crazy family member who's like you absolutely love, but they're just going off the rails, and you're just like, please stop, come back to us. Tweet, motherfuckers. Post it to your story and a link so people can find it. All right, well, I guess I'll take more time doing that. All right, gonna link up. Oh, who's this sexy? Yeah. My Instagram popped up, so I'm just like, oh, booties. Tell you what didn't do well is my video advertising Pat. Twitch. Rascals. Hold on. It's going down now, baby. Twitch.tv/We Speak English Good. Happening now. Oh. No! All right. Oh. My name is Drizzy. Okay. True link to us right now. Yes, exactly. For real though, I'm not really a news guy, but I do enjoy your content. Z, I appreciate that, and I really like that. I really like that you said that. That's a very nice thing to say, because you know, like, I know this music news is kind of new to our channel, so I appreciate you saying that, because I try not to make it just about news. You know, I try to make it more about like. You know, I try to encompass a lot of ideas into this instead of just like, this is just some pop shit that's going on, you know? So I do appreciate that. Teach me, young guru of the hype. I have keys to salt the lands if you need guiding, but I lack the hype train. Even when I play Monopoly, I never received the hype train yard. All Kanye West all the time. Yeah, no, I have on my TikTok, I have a playlist called Yay All Day. And then there was my show. Yeah, if you guys weren't here earlier, we were breaking down Nader's dream, because he dreamed about meeting a friendly white wolf that took him to a pack of wolves. And so we had to find out what that means. So just so you guys know, Nader's has to watch the people closest to him. There might be someone tried to harm him. I don't know. Anyways, thou can be taught, young one. Thou can be taught, young one. There you go. Yes, everyone can learn, unless you're, I don't know, a vegetable. I don't. What the fuck is this? Oh, this is not real. Okay. I'm like, what is this? Nacho cheese, Doritos milk, plant-based. This is my friend's account. Neil. Oh, what the fuck? His name is Neil. Chill Neil. He's been on the show before, but this shit is so funny. The fuck, dude? He's so crazy. This shit, man. He's crazy. Anyways, sorry, I'm getting distracted again. ADHD. So MCR has decided, like, fuck them. We got it done. We already spent all this money. We're fuck them. They released a statement saying we cannot support any content that amplifies his platform. MRC executive said in a statement on the 24th, the silence from leaders and corporations when it comes to Ye and anti-Semitism in general is dismaying but not surprising. What is new and sad is the fear Jews have about speaking out in their own defense. I don't know. It seems like Jews are doing just fine defending themselves right now. I mean, this whole situation basically took Ye out of the billionaires, so I will fight a bitch. Yeah, my mind is blown. Better stay out my garden, motherfuckers. Yeah. Yo, MTV News, that matters. Exactly. What is it? Oh yeah. So then that brings us to Adidas, who is the latest in the whole situation. Ye's statements at his Paris Fashion Week show, and immediately after, unnerved Adidas, which has collaborated on Yeezy shoe collection and faced pressure on social media and elsewhere. The company issued a statement later that week saying that after repeated efforts to privately resolve the situation, we have taken the decision to place the partnership under review. So this was under review for a long time. And then as things were heating up, people started bringing up, like, this is interesting, right? Adidas Nazi. And here we go, friends. Our beloved Adidases were involved in the fucking Nazi party. Like, literally, they're part of the Nazi youth. So in the weeks leading up to them dropping them, they have been receiving so much hate. Twitter fucking was like, you guys fucking are Nazi, with Nazi ties. You're fucking with this asshole. So yeah, I mean, as a business, I see why. I see why, you know, and on a moral level, I see why. And again, I don't think he's gonna crash and burn. I have a feeling that he's gonna come back strong, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. He's been saying some real bullshitty shit. So, okay. So, yeah, they have ties to the Nazis. Then Adidas announced on the 25th that it had ended its relationship with Ye. After a thorough review of its relationship, it said it would immediately stop production of its line of Yeezy products and stop payments to Ye and his companies. It expects to take a hit up to $246 million to its net income this year from the move. Which the thing is about that was that Adidas stock plummeted. So again, I understand. Jesus, and the number got higher off of Forbes. It says Adidas stands to lose $650 million now, almost $1 billion. Shares of the German footwear apparel giant Adidas slid Tuesday after it disclosed 9-figure loss after breaking off its relationship with rapper Ye West following his anti-Semitic Semitic tirades, an ill-timed public relations nightmare for the firm whose stock was already falling due to slumping sales. Oh, fuck. Okay, yeah. So the company disclosed an estimated 2022 loss up to $247 million just in loss of sales from West Yeezy line. Yet another brutal revision after the company slashed its 2022 profit margin expectation from 7% to 4% Tuesday due to the glut of inventory and a deterioration in China. What does that say? Deterioration in China's sales for its apparel and footwear as a whole. Ooh, so they have just been eating shit. Bernstein analysis, Anisha Sherman told Forbes Adidas confirmed to her it will entirely shut down the Yeezy accounts. Wow, man. Let's see. Tuesday notes to clients, Bernstein cut its 2023 revenue forecast for Adidas by about $398 million due to the demise of Yeezy. That puts Adidas' total loss from its severing of ties with West at $645 million, with the $247 million loss of sales this year stated by the company and a $400 million in lost 2023 revenue forecast by Bernstein. Adidas shares fell 5.6 to 97.96 in Frankfurt after the company dumped West and went down about 15% over the last 5 days. So it's been eating shit over here. Lots of shit happening. I am impressed that they would take such a cut. Yeah, I agree. This was kind of a nuclear option, but I agree that they had to do this. Yeah, there's no way they could have fucking stayed. From a business point of view, there's no way these motherfuckers, they were going to lose more money in the long run sticking with Ye than they would in taking, close to $1 billion hit. About $500 million, or more than $1 billion, more than $500 million. Jesus Christ. People were coming to them saying you can't do nothing, or it just allows for people to think they're supporting it. When you control Hypebeast, you control all the future sales of the company. Yeah, maybe. But it's yeah, man. There it is. I mean, they took a huge hit. Adidas is taking a huge hit. That's a lot of money to take a stand. But again, they crunched the numbers, because trust me, if the numbers would have came out where sticking with Ye would have left them with profits, they would have stuck with Ye. But they were like, okay, let's do the math. If he continues, he's just too much of a loose cannon at this point, I think. Imagine his loss, the biggest butt slut bitch. Yeah, well, it's their loss. We'll see what actually happens. Foot Locker announced that they'll be pulling their stuff. And now Jaylen Brown and Aaron Donald of Donda Sports. Now here's another thing. What's his name? Antonio Brown is going to stay on as the president. Antonio Brown has decided to stay on with Ye, and he released a statement which was I actually liked it, but of course people are coming for Antonio Brown now because of those, that whole SA thing and beating women and stuff. But whatever, and faking a vaccine. Which I'm like applauding him for. Can we give a round of applause to Antonio Brown for faking a vax card? All right. Which is hilarious. Antonio Brown stands with Ye West, plans to remain Donda Sports president. So there you go. Yeah, as you can see there, Nike has a shut all the way up because without hip hop, the Air Force One wouldn't be nowhere near as popular. And the same goes for Jordan. If we take all our equity in the black culture out of the entertainment, sports, and fashion, the United States of America would be looking at the 1940s. The women's NWA wouldn't be the only thing that would be underselling tickets. I think you're right. I think as soon as African Americans came up into the scene, it made all the crackers have to step it up a bit, As the Dominicans and shit, they start coming up. Wait, no, that's baseball. Never mind. Dominican. Jesus Christ. I don't know sports, guys. Still, I believe that. It's that same adage, too, where if you took out all the Mexican labor from the United States, America would crumble, too. Like, if you took all the Mexicans out of, like, all the illegals and everybody, who's working for less than they should be, fucking just exported them back to fucking to Mexico, this country would fall apart. Rich people would have to poop in a dirty toilet. They would have to mow their own lawns. Farmers would have to hire white people to pick their crops. And white people ain't working for less. Even the poorest whites in this country fucking are a bit entitled, at least. The poorest whites still can do their thing. Let's see. Oh yeah. So Brown is going to stay on. I want to read his statement. I remain committed to bringing new ideas and experiences and designs to our world. I remain in support of the humanity that is Ye. The humanity. Brown was appointed president of the Donda Sports Agency in February after he was released from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Brown's pass came hours after Boston Celtics guard Jaylen Brown and Los Angeles Rams star defensive tackle Aaron Donald announced they were leaving Donda Sports. Our family has made the decision to part ways with Donda Sports, Aaron Donald, along with his wife Erica, said in a statement. The recent comments and displays of hate and anti-Semitism are the exact opposite of how we choose to live our lives and raise our children. We find them to be irresponsible and go against everything we believe in as a family. So, what the fuck? Get out of here. So, here's Donda. This is the official statement if you guys want to read that, I guess. Oh, this is from Antonio Brown. So here's the Antonio Brown statement. Over the past few weeks, the world's reactionary and selective outrage at comments in the media made by my brother Ye have inflamed and sparked rampant conversation and reflection. I too have been able to reflect on statements that I and others in my circle have made that lack clarity in expressing my stance. The people and brands that have relentlessly profited from black ideas and black culture chose to distance themselves at a specific time, a time that demonstrated their prioritization of certain groups over others. None of us in this world are free of judgment, yet we live in a time where scrutiny and pessimism have driven our dialogues on cultural issues toward diatribes. Sensationalism and groupthink have forced people to not speak their mind and act out in fear rather than love. For these reasons, I stand by my dedication to freedom of speech, thought, and opinion. I actively seek to coexist in places where I may have a difference of opinion because it's diversity in thought that pushes humanity forward. Let me be clear. Discrimination of any kind is an injustice to all people, which is exactly why I wish to issue this statement. As the president of Donda Sports, I remain true to the mission of Donda and our amazing staff and community. I remain dedicated to helping clarify statements taken out of proportion by the media. I remain committed to bringing new ideas, experiences, and designs to our world. I remain in support of the humanity that is Ye. Now, that's fucking really good. That is really good. That is a beautifully written statement, man. And, you know, coming from Antonio Brown, who has, you know, this hairy past, you know, he's still college educated. Motherfucker still had to go to school. You know, he's not dumb. Not all jocks are stupid. And I love that he fucking came out with this. Now, he says it, right? He doesn't necessarily agree with him. He says, you know, he didn't say exactly, yay, what he said was bad, but he did say that discrimination of any kind is an injustice to all people, which is exactly why I wish to issue this statement. So, but it is saying that it is almost an agreement with him. I don't know. Can you stand by someone's side and not agree with them publicly like that? I'm just not sure. But it makes sense to me. My Mexican buddy told me a hilarious joke. If you think you can handle it, listen, Naders, I can handle it, but let's just not. Okay, let's just not. Let's just not. I appreciate you, buddy. Gene, Mean Gene, the meme machine. Welcome in, my friend. Good to see you. After the notice that doesn't this seem kind of like Hitler in the book Bernie situation when it comes to Ye apparel and stock? LeBron knows what I'm talking about. That was just him switching teams. LOL. Humans can be so fickle. I agree. They can be fickle. Is it a book burning? I wouldn't compare it to a book burning, because book burnings are a form of censorship. Oh, I mean, maybe it is though. Yeah, because he is just sort of speaking his mind, right? And he's just sort of releasing his opinion into the world publicly. And once you do that, it's open for scrutiny. I believe that it's open for scrutiny. People who say that only God can judge are fucking idiots. We judge all the time. We have to make judgments. We have to judge whether or not a situation is safe for us to do stuff. We judge all the fucking time. I'll take that whisper, Naders. Yeah, whisper me first, and then we'll see where it is, and I'll be the judge. I appreciate that, Naders. I really do. Thank you for asking before just dropping your what I'm sure to be a semi-racist joke. Which, again, I love racist jokes. As a Mexican man, I'm all about fucking racist jokes. Because I know it's all in fun. It's not bad. You know, like, I know that whoever I'm talking to isn't telling me the joke out of malice. And if they are, then fuck them in the face. That's when it's like, well, I'm going to have to fucking never talk to this piece of shit again, you know? Let me see. Okay. All right. I think that's okay. I don't think that's that bad at all. It wasn't as bad as that one who, I think it was Daters. You dropped a joke last time and was like, all right, we're moving on. All right, guys, this is for you. It'd be different if I didn't hear it from a Mexican. Yeah, I suppose so. So this is a Mexican joke coming from a Mexican, and it's going to be read by a Mexican. Okay, friends? So don't get mad. Don't get mad, Naders. I made this decision. What do you get when you mix a Mexican and an octopus? Now the question is, what if he's doing this for the sake of Will Smith? Ye has a big loving heart, and maybe he loves him some Will Smith movies, and you need to take that heat off. Oh, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I think he's too selfish for that. So, what do you get when you mix a Mexican and an octopus? Nader's like, Yes, that Mexican flag's up in it. I don't know either, but you should see that fucker pick fruit. Let's go. Oh, shit. All right, guys. Yeah, I thought it was funny too. Oh, I thought it was funny. It's funny. All right, it's funny. It's funny. I'm Mexican, y'all. It's funny. You can laugh. It's okay to laugh. Please laugh. Everybody should laugh. It's a release. It's like a fucking pressurized valve that you. Fucking all the pressures of the world weighing in on you. Fucking, like you need some sort of release. And if it's not masturbation, it's gonna be laughter. So here, that official statement by I already forgot his fucking name. Anybody remember his name? God damn it. Aaron. Oh, son of a bitch. God damn, how did I just forget his name? I am such a burn. Antonio Brown, thank you. You can't cancel me. I'll cancel myself. You know what? You say that. You want to act like that. Oh. But there it is. Boom. Okay. Damn it. Now I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, well. So, Antonio Brown's staying on. It's all good. It's all good. But Jaylen Brown and Aaron Donald are leaving the team. And so that's where we're at now. I did see something over here. So I am going to go look and see if we have anything breaking right now. Lil Wayne. Something's happening with Lil Wayne. Oh, wait. Hold on. What does this say? A doctor video modified Kamala Harris statement on COVID-19. Wait a second. A modified video? Holy shit, you guys. It's already happening. I mean, it's been happening, but it's already happening. I wonder if Amy Schumer is getting shit on because she went after Ye. Let's see. Hold on. What the hell did I just watch? What is this?
Hi, I'm Shannon. I've known Tracy for, oh God, 5 years? I think so. So I started at the North Store in 230. Yeah. So I don't quite know.
Okay, we're not watching that. Oh, they're just giving her love. I don't know what this is all about. Fuck that though. Okay, let's see what's going on with Kanye though. You liking a tweet comparing Kanye West's anti-Semitic rants to Taylor's self-expression on how she feels about herself is literal example of rich white elite's idea of revolution. It's one of the most distasteful takes. Please look within it before throwing stones. The number of white thin white folks who have so much smoke for Ye West saying anti-Semitic shit and cheering because he's been dropped left and right as well he should, who been silent or defensive over Taylor Swift putting an anti-fat images in her video is instructive. What? Equating anti-Semitism with putting the word fat on a scale is honestly disgusting. You have completely lost the plot. Kanye said slavery was a choice and these companies were just fine still doing business with him. But when she said something about the Jewish community, every company is severing ties. Or when he says this showcases the hierarchy within racism, but that's a convo for another time. Well, and I think that if Kanye wasn't black and said that slavery was a choice, I think that whoever said that would have probably been canceled. But because he's black, it's probably, and it's Ye, they're just like, well, that's just Kanye. And now it's like, oof. Does it involve Ben Shapiro? We know where that leads. No, I gotta run, have a teacher cut. No worries, man. Have a great rest of your day. Love you, buddy. Thanks for popping in. Low hanging fruit is the best, pun intended. What is that? What did I miss? Low-hanging fruit. You can't cancel me. I cancel myself. Yes, indeed, buddy. Thanks for hanging out. I'm gonna follow Sashi Boom. All right. I think that there's a point to be made here, is that anytime that every time it's okay to make the black guy wear a dress. It's okay to make the black guy look like a buffoon. It's okay to make the black guy look like a criminal. It's okay to push music that may or may not have, consequences on communities. All these things that sort of, I can see how black people could feel like, wait, what about us? Like you could say whatever you want about black people, but as soon as you start talking about white Jewish people get fucking wild. I mean, Jewish people in general. There's Jewish people come in all colors, so I can't say white Jewish people. So it's just interesting to me, it is interesting. I think there's a point to be made here, is that black people do get the short end of the stick when it comes to this shit. But again, I think if the person was white who said slavery is a choice, they would have probably eaten a ton of shit. So I don't know. Dudes talk about Ye being set up. Did anyone seriously expect a company to continue to publicly do business with someone talking about going? Yeah, I agree. I don't expect anybody. I am loving watching Kanye burn down. Look at this. Look, lure you, fight fascism, elect Democrat. Like this person, right? This is probably a bot. I'm probably guessing this is a bot. These are fucking bots. Okay, let's wrap this up, Kanye. Thing by 12. I'm tired of hearing this shit. Yeah. I mean, it's getting to that point, I guess. I mean, we're almost dedicating a whole nother stream to fucking... Oh, okay, great. Apple iPhones will switch over to USB or USB-C chargers for its upcoming iPhone devices. These motherfuckers! Steve Lacy, Riri is releasing a new song this Friday, guys. Or wait, is it this Friday? I'm looking for updates on Ye, so just give me a second, guys. Just see if anything has updated yet. Yeah, it looks like Ye is not trending right now, so good. They're going for a minimum cancel, but since he's African American, they're making an example to let the rest of the industry know, do you want what he's having? Hiroshima tactics. Oof. I could see that, man. I saw this Jewish comedian saying, like, Kanye talk shit about the Jews on social media, and all of a sudden, they shut him down. They talk about Jews on the media, and they shut him down. The comedian was like, yo, I'm Jewish. And I was like, yo, guys, maybe slow down. You're being kind of obvious right now. I thought it was funny. And it was coming from a Jewish comedian. I totally butchered it, but it's just a different take on the whole situation, right? It's just another take. Again, I think it's disingenuous to say that there are not any Jewish people involved in the media, and I think it's disingenuous to say that there's not Jewish folks. A large amount of the Jewish community does work in those. A large part of there is a large Jewish community within entertainment, media, and all, and banking and such. But we're not saying they run the world. We're not saying they run the banks. We're not saying they run the media. But it is interesting. It is interesting. And I'm not saying anything, guys. Again, I love my Jewish brothers and sisters. Nothing against them. I think that Lex Friedman had it right with Ye by saying that it was specific people who fucked him over who happened to be Jewish people. And it's not a whole group of people doing this to him, or a whole group. I mean, he has turned it into groups of people doing this to him. That's what he's made it into. But there was no like cabal coming for Ye. I mean, I don't believe that to be true. That's just me personally. Is it possible? Sure. Yeah. Honestly, there's only two people I want to hear right now, and that's from Jerry Seinfeld and Zach Taylor. One of the funniest comedians I know off the top of my head for sitcom, and one of hip hop's most fight the power of the evil corporation, Zach De La Rocha. They became the corporation. Yeah, I said it. I love them too. I love Rage Against the Machine, but Tick Tick Boom is this Yay thing? Oh, it's a movie. Okay. So let's get into this Lex Fridman thing, and hopefully we'll have time to do this Doja Cat stuff because I really want to get into that. So there are some really great moments in this interview with Lex that I really found insightful about the whole situation. I think Lex Fridman did a great job in how he presented and how he presented his questioning, his line of questioning. He did it in a very respectful way. And there was one moment where it did actually get heated, which is really funny too. So we'll go through a few of these clips, and but let me see if I could, because I highlighted a few of them because I knew I wanted to like come back to it. I wonder if there's anything I missed. I know there's stuff I missed, but whatever. Come on, where the fuck is this? I wonder if TikTok has released my video yet. Sons of bitches. Well, okay, I don't know where they're at, so I guess we're gonna have to click around and find out. On a lighter note, I have no sympathy for Apple owners. Listen, Naders. Okay, I'm very appled. It bothers me. Sympathize for me. No, I'm just,
BLM took a black person, showed his death on camera.
So this is media and anti-Semitism portion of the interview. If you guys want to watch this interview, but this is around 1:37 of the interview, and so we're gonna get right into the shit of it. And because Daddy insisted on YouTube Premium,
I gotta ask you about Parler and engineering, because
we don't have to watch
care about the
commercials.
stuff
Shit.
that's objective or subjective more. Because great, I see your vision.
How do we do
but
that?
Somebody you care. Don't say Jewish media and Jewish controlled media.
JM.
Like, man, you sound like it sounds too much like 1930s Nazi Germany that was leading up to the atrocities.
Oh, he would say JM?
Yeah, he was branded JM. That's right. No, it's just the implied, like this memeified prejudice towards a group in a way that's going to lead to hate. And I know you don't mean that. I know you have love in your heart.
You know what's a prejudice towards a group that led to hate? BLM. BLM took a black person, showed his death on camera, because okay, there are examples of us being killed on camera. But if it was spread on camera, it was done on purpose by the media. Because 14...
By the way, this segment doesn't do Kanye any justice on what he was saying. I'm trying to find a specific part. So I'm lucky I brought weed to my job site. How dare you? I got to go get groceries before bed. Have fun. Hey, Gene, thanks so much for stopping by. I appreciate you, my friend. Once again, another situation that I don't pull out the violin for, what you guys are getting planned the next 10 years of the same thing that Android been doing since birth. Oh, how dare you? Android is, PC and Android, like the whole idea that, they're just way more easier to deal with, but I do like Apple. I do like the Apples. I just feel like there's more problems. I have more problems with PC stuff. Apple is pretty reliable. Anyways, let's get
20 kids get killed in Chicago every week, and it's not spread that much.
So I like this point that he's making, is that we're hyper focusing on certain aspects of racism and certain aspects of the tension that's going on here in America. But and BLM will show up whenever there's a cop that shoots somebody or whenever there's a lot of press. But they're not showing up in South Chicago, where last summer there was 60 people died in one weekend by gun violence in South Chicago. So, you know, he is making a point here that I think is important, and people will not. I'm not good with PC stuff, politically correct. Yeah, me neither. It's really hard for me sometimes, and especially because I'm like ADHD and I'm super fucking like impulsive. So there was I was gonna say something earlier that was gonna be inappropriate, and I held my. I was like, I went, and then I stopped. In my younger days, that would have just came right out my fucking mouth, which as it should. But you know, I don't think it's a bad thing to be aware of what's coming out of your mouth. You know what I mean? Or going into it. Hey,
They, like you said, singled out a person, directed everything on that person, right, as the martyr, and raised the people that hadn't had any. We didn't have our 40 acres and a mule. We didn't have, you know, like a lot of things, right, like that black people have not ever been given. So once we're given just a little bit, like, your life matters, right, then we literally like, oh, okay, now we're being heard, right? But actually the death toll is up. The city where this happened is completely been turned to a war zone. It's actually something like Candace Owens can actually specify this better, but it's like its own city or something. Like they made it not be a part of the actual state or something. It's like DC and stuff. It's like Washington DC now and stuff. Like, and that has to be from a government, you know, that's got
I don't know what he's even talking
higher
about
level
here.
agenda written all over it.
Like I get kind of what he's saying, but like he's definitely, and this is why I think he's ADHD as well. He has a hard time sort of spitting out what he's trying to say. Like he has the idea in his head, he sees it and he understands it himself, but articulating it isn't his strong point. I took Adderall a while ago and it did nothing but level me out. God damn, Nate. I don't think that's a good thing, buddy. I think when you take Adderall, it's supposed to fucking make you fucking, you know, super hype. Not supposed. I think you might have a problem, Nader. You're just over there like speedballing all day, just like high off your ass and fucking flying on Adderall with your fucking with Tommy. Ah! Why do I see you in the weed garden fucking with two Tommy guns shooting the sky like, fuck you! Bah, 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 bah. Naked. Oh shit, you're naked in the garden. Da, 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 da. He said cheers. He's like, fucker, that's what I did yesterday, motherfucker.
Yeah, they're using the death.
I don't know. I just knew.
Individual, yeah, sure. The media are not the Jewish media, the media, and that's the media is fucked up. That machine takes whatever tragedy and pushes it towards whatever narrative that gets more clicks and views and so on. Sure, and then politicians do the same. They use the media to influence the media to tell a story. And
this is a simple thing I put. I believe that the idea of anti-Semitism and the closeness of the Holocaust is used by certain individuals in media to not take accountability for the bad things that are happening. And what's happening is there's a new frontier, right? Meaning like it used to be okay for somebody to be a billionaire. We thought about a billionaire, right? A lot of times you think of actually kind of being out of shape and, you know, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, like Onassis or something, like you thought about it a different way. Now you think about a billionaire, you think about Elon, you think Kim, you think Ye, you think it's a new kind of billionaire. You know, it's not just...
So that's the only 3 billionaires you can think of. Me, Elon, Kim.
Soros is a billionaire. It's a new
and
form of billionaire.
Soros.
Well,
Oops.
Right now, what I'm calling for the industry is I'm calling the industry out and saying like, hey, it just so happens that there's been times where I had my lawyer was Jewish, my regulator was Jewish, but like 8 people that basically would collude and talk without me were in groups saying, okay, this is what the tour is going to be. This is his next house. And they're making all these decisions and they're making all this money. And at the end, I was like, I ended my tour and I don't have the money. And it just so happens that that's the case, that what they were. But what I'm saying is, if everyone can say, hey, you can't point out this fact, or we're going to say you're anti-Semitic and we're going to call you Hitler, I feel that there has to be at least 1% of safeguarding the ability to screw the artist based on saying it's anti-Semitic by pointing out that they just so happen to all be Jewish. And I don't think that's anti-Semitism. I just think that's, hey, this is another thing. Like, okay, the Kardashians, when you hear that.
And when you hear him say it like that, right, it does make sense where he's coming from. But again, you can't just go on fucking Twitter and say I'm going death con. He misspelled it because he's fucking half illiterate. He speaks English good. No one talks about Bill Gates and his horrible clothing attire. Bill Gates has clothing? Hold on. Is it, or are you just saying the way he dresses? Is it just like his faded polo shirt and a fucking tight over his fat ass gut and like some slacks? Like what? The Bill Gates look? It's almost like the Jeffrey Dahmer look, but with shorter hair. Bill Gates, what is it? Clothing line? Is it really a Bill Gates clothing line? His dressing. Does Bill Gates wear name brand clothes? Well, he keeps it simple, right? You gotta respect that. Okay. Where were we? This is it. Okay.
Do you think male or do you think female? You think female. You get what I'm saying? You think this is the realities. This is why rap works, right? They're going to make an anti-women that Christmas. Okay, the Kardashians, when you hear that, do you think male or do you think female? You think female. You get what I'm saying? You think this is the realities. This is why rap works, right? They're going to make an anti-women thing in a second, right? And it's going to say, well, if you point out that these 6 women are having a meeting on where the Christmas party is, and none of the ball players or rappers that they have babies with have any say-so, so that Christmas happened at Courtney's house all 8 years when I was there, and it never happened at anyone else's black family house, right? If I'm the one that pointed it out, they just don't have, they don't have their, oh, you're anti-Semitic word to say, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, but
because this is the way it runs, and this is the way we want to do it.
If you say,
if I had Bill Gates money, I'd wear Bufu. Is that like buy us, fuck us? What is that? Butt us, fuck us? I don't know what that means. Bro, he was so brilliant to even comment in the comments on YouTube. You had to subscribe to his channel for at least 45 years. Oh, yeah. It has to be at least 45 years. And I'm not even subscribed to his ass. I thought I was already subscribed. I like Lex Friedman. He's a little weird, though.
Say that though that women are silencing the black voice, yes, you're gonna get the same response. But
bias, fuck you.
Historically
But what
resonates.
about the fact that it's true?
When you talk in groups, that breeds hate. When you talk about individuals, it solves problems. You're in engineering.
Okay, but this is something I pointed out on Pierce. I said, if a black person gets pulled over with a car and it's 3 other people in the car, they're also going to jail. They're not going to single them out. They're going to say you guys are all in collusion. I just described collusion 5 times in this interview. And you keep on going back to this is like 1930. This is like this. This is like that.
Now this is where Ye's starting to get worked up. He's starting to feel unheard. And this is an hour and 45 minutes into this conversation where they're making like inappropriate jokes about, I mean, who cares if it's inappropriate, but they're just talking about Howard Stern to have to kiss his dick or some shit. It was very funny. Neither he's a billionaire. You don't have to dress nothing. That boy can show up in a burlap sack and still be fat. Yeah, for sure.
What I'm saying is, look, I want to work with you as an engineer to free my people. Can we start as a being with engineer opportunities right here? Yeah. I am sorry to the people who had to be hurt and affected by that.
Had to be hurt.
Now
You hear that? I'm sorry for the people who had to be hurt. That sounds like he's trying to... It does sound like he is... It sounds like he's doing this shit on purpose. Like it sounds like he's really trying to fucking burn this shit to the ground. Let's hear that phrasing again.
Right here. Yeah. I am sorry to the people who had to be hurt and affected by that.
Who had to be hurt and affected by that while I burned down my whole business so I can start over. It had to happen, is what he's saying. This had to happen.
Now we are here and I'm looking to solve it. But what happens is every time if I talk to any of these business people one by one, because mind you, I didn't get to the tweet by not having a conversation. I had the conversations beforehand before I got to the tweet. Now we're going to take it to the stage. Now we're on the world stage, right? And you saw Ari Emanuel do exactly the kind of thing that I was saying had been done behind closed doors. Now he's doing it in open doors. They told Candace Owens I couldn't be on the Daily Wire. Like, you can't even explain yourself. And we don't care.
Damn. Ben Shapiro is like, nah, Kansas, you can't have Ye on here. Damn, that's wild. That is so wild that Daily Wire is not allowing. Ben Shapiro is like, I did see something that he said about it. He said that he disagrees with Candace a lot over this. So, you know, it's good. It's good that you see a company that, and whatever your politics is you got to look at it like it's good to see a company who can peacefully disagree within itself. When you look at places like the New York Times, where it's a bunch of fucking hacktivists, fucking, I can't even say hacktivists are cooler than these fucking activists. You got a bunch of college students who don't know shit about nothing coming up in there and fucking like literally crying and walking out. Because no one can have a conversation. No one's even allowed to have a conversation. We could resolve so much if we would just allow ourselves the space to have this conversation. So I think it's awesome that the Daily Wire can fucking, you know, Ben Shapiro, who's very Jewish, he even wears the yarmulke. Is that what it's called? He even wears the little hat thing. And, you know, I'm sure he doesn't appreciate it. He doesn't appreciate it is what he said. He doesn't like it. He doesn't agree with it. You know, the fact that he told Candace, who probably has a pretty sweet deal, that she probably has a lot of freedom over there to do what she wants and make the content that she wants, but they stepped in on this one. And it's interesting that the conservatives have started becoming the party of free speech. So it's really interesting that they decided to muzzle Ye on the Daily Wire. Bro, Ye West is a Easter egg hunt of information. He's hopping over full sentences. Yeah, he's like, fuck it, fuck sentences. Remember cancellation as about the silence of a person, and it's not about the education, the person, and why it's wrong. And this interview, the mediator or the host did a wonderful job in allowing and correct. I think so too. I really do. Same. I think he did a really good job. And if we have time, we'll go over some of the stuff he did in the beginning, because the beginning is really nice. They're all like, but they're making jokes. It's funny and stuff. I feel like Twitter employees will do the same with, well, they already are. And they made a whole new, did you see that? They made a whole woke fucking, woke social media platform. It's called like Tribal or something. Which sounds fucking awful. Tribal. I don't know what it's called. In any case, yeah, no, he's gonna fire like 7,000 employees or something. I think that's great. Fuck them. Twitter has done so much to block speech, to shut people down who are trying to have a conversation. Like during the pandemic, that's when it all came real clear who's fucking working for who. And so, in a few days, I'm a few days late, been out in the woods. All good. You're good. Yo, Elon Musk fired. He already did. 27% of the employees on day one, and that's why they're bitter as coffee. Yeah, well, fuck them. They shouldn't have been talking. Listen, if you don't want to get fired, don't fucking call your new boss a fucking fascist online and tag him in it. If you want to fucking keep your job, don't fucking sit there and shit talk the new owner of the company publicly on the company he's buying. Fuck him in the face. Bambi don't cook it. Bambi don't cook itself, god damn it. Someone's got to cut that son bitch open. I don't know what it's called. Whatever. Oh, is it Shouty? No. I don't know. In any case, ADHD. Let's get back to the convo here.
care of how you got to that point either. And that's fucked up.
Look,
They
he's
told
getting
Candace you can't be on Daily
It's not
Live.
even about, yes, you did. That's what they said. And you know what? And you can have my voice raised or lower. I'm going to do it lower, right? Because what's happening to me by, I put in your words, the media is saying, not only can you not explain yourself, we don't care how you got to that point. You need to apologize, and you can't explain, and that's the end of the story. So just apologize so we can have Mel Gibson do some more films. It's exactly what Ari Emanuel was saying. No one is looking to change the problem that led so many people to that same level of frustration. And I just so happen to be the one that's not going to back up on it until this changes. Because you know what? I'm sorry I had a sleepy text. I'm sorry I wrote. I'm sorry for I'm sorry that I put that I was 5'12" or 5'11" on Tinder. Okay, my cock is not 14 inches. I lied. Okay, it's only 13.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry, right? So the
Wow, he's dropping so many facts today.
So what I'm saying is, but where do we get to this? Because even you, as engineering, as intelligent as you are, you, just like everyone else that I say was colluding, won't let us get to the point of fixing it.
Yeah, but I'm not. I think you're more powerful than the media. I'm not saying you need to apologize because of the media. I'm saying everything we've been talking about just because I care for you and I want you to be the best possible man you can be. To me, a definition of a great man, I'm with Martin Luther King on this. You don't talk about Jews or black people. You talk about engineering. You talk about humanity. You solve problems. You identify the problems in the world, and you don't come from a place of resentment. This group did this. Fuck all that. That is in the past. You just build solutions. I'm going to create a new record label. I'm going to create a new design firm. I'm going to create a new social network. I'm going to do it better. I'm going to do it right. I'm going to do it right by the people that I know don't have a voice. I'm going to give them a voice and talk about that.
Is it okay to call out collusion? Do people collude in your business under you? Like the engineers, they come together and like say they collude against the bosses, right? You know why Bernard Arnault offered the deal and took it away from me? Collusion. Because I was too powerful with the collective that I had right there. He had to stop that at all costs. They said for whatever reason, this kid, Ye, it has the ability to have all of the Kardashians, Jay-Z and Beyonce, Justin Bieber, Dimna, Virgil, all these people in the same room working towards the same goal. I've been that person since preschool. That's called a leader, right? And right now, what I'm saying is, hey, for the people in business, whatever their background is, whether they turn their cell phones off on Friday or not, there's been some bad business done. There's some bad business practices, and we have to change that because this game is like boxing. More people end up retarded than rich. And I'm saying like beat to a pulp, driven crazy, beat by the media to a pulp. Right now, the media has done everything they could to make me apologize and to make me look crazy. And not one person has done anything to find out why I was frustrated enough to do that tweet. And that's facts, and that's fucked up.
Well, I was hoping to. I am finding out. We found out. I mean, but like I want solutions. Like, see, there's something about human nature where if you focus too much on resentment,
we're not focusing on it anymore. Fuck
Right,
the resentment.
right.
We're moving forward.
Right. So there's two things I think that are required for. I mean, this is how I've lived my life for great engineering. You surround yourself in your personal life by people you trust, and then in your professional life, from the engineering perspective, with a team, with an incredible team, and everything else doesn't matter. That allows you not to focus on other groups, how they're fucking you over, how they're like trying to manipulate or collude, and all that kind of stuff. You focus on solutions, and you find a way around all the difficult shit. That's it. If you have people in your life you can trust, that's like lifelong. You said like some people you're with for the summer, for a year. Find people you can be with for your whole life. Do you have people in your life that you trust, like really trust?
No, I trust God.
Jesus.
At any point, a human being can like I could like.
Well, I get what he's saying and where he's going with this. It's like at any point a human being can turn and decide that's not what they're into. But, you know, faith in God can be unwavering. It wavers for me, but hey. The owner of Rumble reached out to Elon Musk and asked him to work for the platform. Elon said he'll get back to him later, which probably means no, but who knows? Because YouTube just banned Russell Brand for information fraud? Did they really? Did they really just ban his ass? Damn. Accuses YouTube of censorship. Russell Brand quits YouTube after deleted for COVID. So this is back in September. So he's leaving. Russell jumps after YouTube. So this has been around. So is he leaving or did they move? Russell Brand is moving his brand social commentary over to Rumble days after YouTube gave the comedic actor turned vlogger his one lifetime warning for posting misinformation about COVID-19, despite that he self-corrected the mistake and apologized. In early September, Brand posted a video on YouTube pointing out the shifting narratives around COVID from legacy to government health officials, zooming in and out of screenshots taken from the National Institutes of Health website, Brand said. Yesterday, the National Institute of Health added ivermectin to the list of COVID treatments. Brand was wrong. The post Brand was referencing said the NIH was trialing the legacy malaria treatment, but did not recommend it for anyone outside of those clinical trials. Brand's followers were quick to point out the error, and he immediately took the video down and posted a mea culpa that was wrong. He said, "We should have done better. We let you down. We will do better in the future." YouTube flagged him anyway. Brand said he was sent a notice that he had violated community guidelines around COVID misinformation and that the notice would stand as his one lifetime warning. Media culpa needs to be a thing. It does. It's now a version of media culpa. For real. With YouTube's one strike policy and Brand's tendency to send monologues running down third rails, get him into the Greek star swiftly migrated his library of more than 1,400 videos over to Rumble to prevent them from disappearing from internet forever. Brand says going forward, his videos will appear on Rumble first, but he'll continue uploading videos to YouTube as long as they allow us. Okay, so he's not completely off, but he just is sick of it, and he sees where the writing on the wall. As do I. I upload all my videos to Rumble. I've had 2 videos be taken down from YouTube one was for COVID misinformation, one was for like racism or something. And I think I only have one more community guideline or something. I just got a community guideline strike on TikTok, and I'll probably be losing my TikTok here soon, which really sucks because I'm almost at 20,000 fucking followers. Which I'll just do it again. I'll just make another one and just do it again because my fucking content is that fire, y'all. My content is so fucking fire that I'll just come back with it. Let's see. Oh my god, it's still fucking down? Removed. So wait. Hold on. Let me see. So they're still not. Let me see. Appeal received. So I appealed it. So the one it pisses me off. The thing that they cut me off was for this Katy Perry clone malfunction. They said that it was misinformation or spreading wrong information or something. I'm just like, get the fuck out of here. It's just a stupid fucking. It's literally just her eye flashing, opening up. Okay, so I also did this video. So I do want to point this out before we get back into it. I know we're ADHDing, but I did make this video and I thought that I think I missed the mark on it, and I shouldn't have made it about whiteness, but there is. So let's watch this video. This is just a commentary video. We all know that Ye's been under fire lately for the things he's been saying about the Jewish folks. This comment was left on this post I made just a couple posts ago. The post says, ha ha ha, a black man thinking for himself, ha ha ha, let's silence him, ha ha ha, funny. And it got me thinking. Now, I in no way agree with what Kanye is saying right now, but we can't ignore the fact that what he is saying and what he is referencing. Listen, Naders. This app is amazing. I love this app, and I know that the Chinese are taking all our shit. They can listen to our phone calls now every time you put this shit on there, but still. This is the official term now. Ask Caesar about trust in the homies. Oh, yeah. Poof. Let's see. Media culpa. When you apologize publicly for appearances only, but don't actually believe the words used as. Oh, that is good. Media culpa. Bro, that is perfect, Z. Hold on. I'm copying that. Z, you're just full of fucking surprises today, aren't you, buddy? I couldn't take money. You know what? You're not going to sit here and China shame me, okay, Naders? You're not going to China shame me. I take China money, okay? I take Chinese money. I admit it. I'm a shill. So, anyways, back to this. No uncovering the truth about Katy Perry and the replacement of Miley Cyrus. Yo, I'm putting together a video of all the clones, but now that they fucking took this one down, I'm afraid to. Referencing has been poked at for a long time. Okay, so can't ignore the fact that what he is saying and what he is referencing has been okay, so basically the video premise is that what Kanye has been saying has been poked at for a long time, but by white people. And they've been able to do it for years and years. We were just watching The Simpsons last night, and there was a bunch of anti-Semitic jokes in there. Shame, shame, ding, 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 shame. Yeah, they don't want the truth out there. But they'll let everybody shit on Kanye though, right? So basically this hat says wire Kanye's jaw shut again. I just thought it was funny and I posted it, and then this dude wrote this and I was like, you know what? He's absolutely right. As soon as someone starts thinking for themselves and calling shit out, which again, could have done it a lot better, not defending what he's saying, but there is something there. There's something there. There's a slightest bit of truth in there. But again, I don't think it's like this cabal, right? Like I don't think it's just anyways, so I'll just play the video. I don't know why I'm talking. Poked at for a long time, especially by white people. I don't know if you guys remember this, but back in 2012, creators of Family Guy thought it would be funny to send out an Emmy. So check this out. This was a real thing that happened, that the Family Guys, the writers and the creator, which is Seth MacFarlane, an Irish-American gentleman from the East Coast, they sent this out to people. I think this was in 2012 to consider them for Emmys. So watch this. Mailer to people considering them for the award. Come on, you bloated, overprivileged Brentwood. Let us into your little club. Family Guy. What? Huh? You sent it to someone's house? Where their kids are at? They're little Jewish kids? They probably thought it was funny. They're probably fans of Family Guy. But still. For outstanding comedy series. This is supposedly satire, right? And the thing about satire is that it speaks to the powers that be in a funny or poignant way that makes it accessible to everyone. They're making fun of the idea that the Jews have the control over whether or not they get an Emmy, making them the gatekeepers for the media, which is what Ye is trying to say in the end. Again, I'm not with what Kanye is saying here, or at least how he's trying to convey the message. Honestly, this is offensive as hell too. I remember when this happened, I was like, how do they still have a job? But the question is it okay for Seth MacFarlane, a Irish-American writer and creator of Family Guy, to send out a rude request like this? This went to people's houses. This held a DVD for people to consider Family Guy for the Emmys. This was in their mailbox. Just to review, it's okay for this guy to say stuff about the Jewish folks in the rudest way possible. But when a black guy does it, he's the worst person in the world. And he needs to be silenced. Hell, they gave this anti-Semite 8 Emmys for it. Now, I'm a fan of Family Guy. And if you watch the show, you know that show is full of anti-Semitic jokes. And you might say, hey, isn't there a bunch of Jewish writers on the show? And I would say yes, but this guy is not Jewish. Very far from Jewish. So the question is he saying something they just don't like? Or is he just being anti-Semitic? Because this guy gets to do whatever he wants. Let me know in the comments. So again, it's kind of like, yeah, that finger is gonna get me $1 million. Watch out, pointing. Me, Larry David, on the phone, he always has a heartache, especially when it comes to advertising skits for television. Larry David, that dude is fucking, he's just on God level, God mode, son. So yeah, there's that. That is another point that I sort of wanted to go over. Also, Kim Kardashian released a statement condemning, not saying his name, but actually, saying she doesn't stand behind anti-Semitism. I think I have it in a video somewhere. Hold on, we can just. Might be easier just to fucking play the video than me trying to stupidly do stuff. So here's the deals.
Is Ye losing more deals? Here, this is from 12 months ago. I also tried this crap with JP Morgan Chase.
Oh yeah, this
obviously owning anything that not signed never okay or
here
excusable.
It is. This is what Kim Kardashian wrote. Hate speech is never okay or excusable. I stand together with the Jewish community and call on call on the terrible violence and hateful rhetoric towards them to come to an immediate end. You did say it. I think I saw it on TikTok. Yeah, I'm back. My son is crushing it at school. Yes! Fuck yeah! Let's go! Way to go, Robbie. You got a smart little kid there. So, Kim chimed in too. This is just about Adidas, which we went over already. Okay, so we're going back to Lex, and then hopefully we can get through this, and then we can fucking move on to Doja Cat is actually in the Illuminati. I think we'll have time if we hurry. Let's get into it.
If I go and really, treat this guy like a piece of shit or do this, that, am I supposed to, trust him to be loyal and stay in the situation? No, I trust people to be people, and people are flawed. And people can have the right intentions, but it only makes sense for us to work together when our agendas align. When Kim was pulled really far to the left, our agendas no longer, aligned. So that made the marriage impossible. It aligned where it's I can wear a red hat. That can help her get Alice Johnson out of jail because Trump's willing to do that for my wife because I was the only person in my position that stood up and said, wait a second, I like you. Because...
But isn't there a deeper agenda, the human agenda, just being in love? That's just politics.
Yeah, I know.
Red hat is just politics, right?
Can we just say that there's about fucking 20 hours of content that are just dedicated to fucking Ye on my channel? Just half a work week's worth of fucking a part-time job worth of fucking content. It's way more than 20. Okay, you know what, Robbie?
I mean, the world is becoming more and more transactional every day, and actually, marriages are actually 100 more times.
I don't know if it resonated because you keep saying the words.
Did it resonate to y'all that y'all ain't do nothing about it, and that all y'all?
Okay, here we go. This is where
he's right. The words you.
This is the
you
good
made mistakes
shit.
on. Don't make this person relive those same mistakes, and then put that agenda into my daughters too.
So is there somebody in your life close to you that you trust enough to call you out on your bullshit? We're all full of shit sometimes.
What's my bullshit?
Well, some of it I pointed out today, but I don't know you deeply enough.
What was the bullshit?
Jewish media, Jewish.
That's not bullshit. The bullshit is that the Jewish media won't admit.
Your dad was right. Your dad was right. The words you used, you weren't. The
and
point
I said it. You're not gonna make me say it 800 more times.
He's getting mad.
I don't know if it resonated because you keep saying the words.
Did it resonate to y'all that y'all ain't do nothing about it, and that all y'all want to do is have somebody apologize and sweep under the rug your bullshit that you've been doing the whole time? You on the same bullshit as the other people. So you're doing the same thing that the other, let's say media, because I'm not allowed to say, has done. So until somebody
Which is what, man?
Is
I'm trying to call you out on your bullshit because I hope I'm somebody you can trust.
I don't fucking trust you.
Well, you should find people in your life you can trust.
Don't tell me what I should do. I'm not one of your BLM marchers.
Listen, I'm with you on the BLM. A lot of organizations use tragedy, and I watched the Candace Owens documentary.
And what was your take on it?
I think it's important to question the mainstream narratives, but I don't agree with it. I still believe that George Floyd died from the knee of the cop, not from fentanyl.
And even if that was the case, there's still 50% of black deaths is actually abortion. So let's get into engineering. Let's just go.
How do you fix that?
Population control is social engineering. In its most literal form.
Yeah.
The blacks are under population control. That's something that, that's just what it is.
African Americans are not choosing to get the abortion. It's a choice. It's an individual choice.
But we're being influenced to.
Well, then speak to the community and help. I don't know what the engineering solutions there are. It could be you're doing that in part by speaking to the value and the power of family.
Well, watch this. I was building shelters. I bought land in Calabasas.
Okay, so talk about. I think he's going to talk about the ecosystem, but yeah, he makes this point a few times too. Let's go back and review that.
In its most literal form, the blacks that are under.
So Planned Parenthood, which he references in this, is Planned Parenthood was made by eugenicists. The person who started it even said it was to maintain the control of the black community. Hey man, when you get that cease and desist letter from Kanye West, you gotta wear that proudly as a badge of honor, recognizing and flip that into an interview opportunity. I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it. Because I'm not his father. I'm not his authority figure. He's his own man. I don't need to sit here and tell him what he can and can't say. I can tell him how I feel about it. But really, I mean, I would just have him talk. Like, I'm not trying to, I'll give him my opinion on it, but that don't mean shit. But yeah, let's go. Dude, I might do that. Hold on. The finger pointer. That sounds like a good animated emote. Finger pointing. That sounds like a really good animated emote. Animated. So animated emotes, I got high, finger points, and something else. Oh, and I wanted to do an animated me playing the thing. Do you have some extra lots open? We can get rid of that. Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm gonna get rid of all that like bullshit ones. Yeah, like no one uses fucking the Pan Dulce. Planned Parenthood locations follow a demographic. Yeah. So let's just I'm not talking out of school here. Planned Parenthood eugenesis. I don't know how to spell eugenesis. Planned Parenthood eugenics. Opposition claims about Margaret Sanger. Opposition denounces Margaret Sanger's beliefs in eugenesis. Fact check. Was Planned Parenthood... So here's the fact checks that come up right at the top. It's right at the top. Abortion as an instrument of eugenics, right out of the Harvard Law Review. Professor Melissa Murray is right about one thing. Laws banning trait selection abortion prohibit. Okay, that's trait shit abortion. That's not. Let's see what the fact checks say. Let's just see what the fact checks say, because sometimes they'll say fact check and then they'll just reword it and it's the same shit. Ooh, I'm excited to work with you on some emotes. Yeah, let's do it. Well, the canceled, I think I could get rid of 2. I think we could get rid of the canceled, and I think we could get rid of the Pan Dulce. What else is in there? What else do I have? Emote. Oh, and woo. We could get rid of. We have 5 animated emote spots, so I want to keep woo because that just makes sense. Yes, exactly, Rob. Agreed. That's just that's the whole thing, right? That's perfect for that. But yeah, canceled and Pan Dulce can go, and we can get some yeah, baby, get that fucking Nature Boy going. Okay, let's see what NPR has to say. Ben Carson alleged in an interview with Fox News Wednesday that Planned Parenthood puts most of its clinics in black neighborhoods to control the population, and that its founder, Margaret Sanger, was not particularly enamored with black people. And if you guys don't know who Ben Carson is, Ben Carson, I believe he died, but he was a brain surgeon, a black brain surgeon who was conservative. Planned Parenthood has been the target of a campaign trail after a series of sitting videos was released alleging the organization illegally profits from selling aborted fetal tissue. Carson, a famed neurosurgeon turned Republican presidential candidate, has been a vocal opponent of the group. He was also in the news this week after reports surfaced that he once used aborted fetal tissue in research. What Carson said, well, we don't care. What Planned Parenthood said. In response, Planned Parenthood said Carson was not only wrong on the facts, he's flat out insulting. Does he think that black women are somehow less capable of making a deeply personal decision about whether to end a pregnancy than other women? It's a shame that a doctor who should understand the barriers black women face accessing high-quality preventative and reproductive health care services would pander so clearly to anti-abortion extremists on the right. Wow. What cancel is a classic trademark. So many missed opportunities if it's gone. Well, I have the other canceled. There's another canceled. There's this. I can move that into a main slot. We need both woos. We need both woos. Both the woos need to stay. I'll keep both the woos because that's fun. It's literally just some of the Pan Dulce. I thought it was funny. But no one cares about the Pan Dulce. Let's see. So what does Margaret Sanger believe? According to NPR, eugenics was a discipline championed by prominent scientists, but now widely debunked, that promoted good breeding and aimed to prevent poor breeding. The idea was that the human race could be better through encouraging people with traits like intelligence, hard work, cleanliness, thought to be genetic to reproduce. Genetics was taken into a horrifying extreme during the Holocaust through forced sterilizations and breeding experiments. Okay. In reading her papers, it is clear Sanger had bought on into the movement. She also... Okay, hold on. Historians seem to disagree on just how involved in eugenics movement she was. Some contend her involvement was for political reasons, to win support of birth control. She was just doing it for birth control, guys. She's just fighting for rights. In her reading papers, it is clear Sanger had bought into the movement. She once wrote that consequences of breeding from stock lacking human vitality always will give us social problems and perpetuate institutions of charity and crime. Breeding from stock lacking human vitality. Right here. NPR. Thank you, NPR, for damning this bitch. Fuck Margaret Sanger, right? Am I right, guys? Fuck that bitch. In her papers, consequences of breeding from stock lacking human vitality. That Sanger was enamored and supported some eugenicist idea is certainly true, said Susan Reverby, a healthcare historian and professor at Wesley College. I mean, we're done here, right? We're done. We can just move on, but we got to hear what this dumb bitch is going to say. Sorry, I didn't mean to call her a dumb bitch. If it was a guy, I would have called him a dumb bitch too. But let's see what this person has to say. That Sanger was enamored by and supported some eugenicist ideas is certainly true, said Susan Reverby, a healthcare historian and professor at Wesley College. But Reverby added Sanger's main argument was not eugenics. It was that Sanger thought people should have the children they wanted. Because she can speak for a dead Margaret Sanger. She speaks for her. That's what she meant. It was a radical idea for the time, Sanger wrote about this mission herself in 1921. The almost universal demand for practical education and birth control is one of the most hopeful signs that the masses themselves today possess the divine spark of regeneration. Was Sanger not particularly enamored with black people? Sanger's birth control movement did have support in black neighborhoods beginning in the 20s when there were leagues in Harlem started by African Americans. Sanger also worked closely with the NAACP founder W.E.B. Du Bois on the Negro Project, which she viewed as a way to get safe contraception to African Americans. In 1946, Sanger wrote about the importance of giving Negro parents a choice in how many children they would have. The Negro race has reached a place in its history when every possible effort should be made to have every Negro child count as a valuable contribution to the future of America. Negro parents, like all parents, must create the next generation from strength, not from weakness, from health, not from despair. And so she is saving these children by killing them. I just want to go on the record, y'all. I am completely pro-choice. I think that this fucking the Supreme Court's decision to overturn Roe v. Wade was a fucking step in the backwards. And I think it's fucking horrendous that they're trying to tell people what they can and can't do with their bodies. I fucking hate it. But I do understand where people are coming from, especially when you have someone who believes that some black people lack the vitality of human. Wait, what was it? What was the words? God damn, they were fucking awful. What did she say? Oh, consequences of breeding from stock, like cattle, like cattle, stock or sheep, stock lacking human vitality, like that. This should just be on her gravestone. Are most of Planned Parenthood clinics... Okay, so her attitude toward African Americans can certainly be viewed as paternalistic, but there is no evidence she subscribed to more racist ideas of the time or that she coerced black women into using birth control. In fact, for her time, as the Washington Post noted, she would likely be considered to have advanced views on race relations, I bet. Negro parents, like all parents, must create the next. Yeah, so there's some shittiness in here too, right? She's referencing like you can't have poor black people having more black people. Mighty, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Hold on, this is for you, Mighty. Thank you so much. I appreciate those. Oh my God, what the fuck happened?
Hello, Mighty.
Oh, there it is. Thank you, Robbie.
This is Jean-Claude Van Damme. And I want to give you a huge thank you, a big old splits, and the as a thank you for all that you do for this channel.
That was an impressively quick backtrack. I called someone a bitch. Well, I call everybody a bitch, so it's like what I call, like, especially a doctor, like fuck bitch. It's reckless. It's reckless. So yeah, I apologize. That was unnecessary for me to call that doctor a bitch, even if I just disagree with her, even if she is just making shit up and saying, "Oh, that's how she thought." And then I like how the Washington Post just puts words in her, just makes history by saying what she thought. She would likely be considered to have advanced views on race relations. Thank you again, Mighty. Is Martha Singer a character from Fight Club? Oh, genius character, right? Yeah. But this is Martha Sanger. I think it is Martha Singer in the book, in the movie. I can whisper another joke that I heard from another friend. Oh, Jesus. Sure, Naders, go ahead. I can. I got another one. I got another one locked and loaded. Still so strange to me. A group of people who want government not controlling and staying out of their private life want government to control that. Yeah. But I think the way they see it is that you're taking a life, and we do honor life in this, in our laws. You can't murder people, right? So there is some things that dip into our own personal our personal freedoms, like you can't just murder people or yell fire in the movie theater and stuff like that. So there is, there are restrictions on some of our freedoms, but I guess it's to protect us from ourselves, which I guess that's what we need. That's so weird, right? It's so weird. I really don't. I have to think about that one a little harder. I don't, all right. I don't see any of that in there. So in 2014, the Guttmacher Institute, I don't know if I'm saying that right, Reproductive Health Research surveyed all the known abortion providers, including Planned Parenthood clinics in the U.S., nearly 2,000, and found that 60% are in majority white neighborhoods. 60% are in white neighborhoods. Planned Parenthood has not released numbers on the neighborhoods of its specific clinics, but Oh, well, that's convenient that they don't release that information. But responding to a request for demographic information, the organization said that in 2013, 14% of its patients nationwide were black. That's nearly equal to a proportion of African American population. Yeah, that's true, because the population is fucking 14% African American, and 14% of their patients are African American. There's a rule in the tax industry: no social security card, not a life. I can't claim taxes without a life. Yeah. I find that interesting too. That is interesting. The rule that tax industry: no social security card, not a life. Yeah, like you don't exist if you're not tracked by our government. However, Carson is tapping into something, into a more subtle sentiment: the targeting of African Americans in healthcare systems. There have been documented cases of that happening, including the now infamous Tuskegee study. Starting in the 1930s, the Tuskegee Institute enrolled black sharecroppers in experiments that allowed them to suffer from syphilis untreated, though they were told they were getting. Dude, they still test on orphans in Africa. They still test on orphans. They still do this shit, man. They still homeless people in fucking India, they go and test on these people. Like the NIH doing all that testing with puppies and stuff, having sandflies eat them alive or some shit. Like, this shit's fucked up, dude. That's what they're doing. And they still do this shit. They just go off. They export it out of America so they can't be restricted to the rules that we have in America here. Like not experimenting on fucking children. One of the issues that happens when you can find birth control clinics but you can't find primary care, it's just a question of what's the state willing to provide for. Was there overuse of birth control and sterilization in poor communities in some states? Absolutely. It's a complicated story. So did Sanger have connections to Nazi? Oh, Jesus. Not that NPR found. Sanger herself wrote in 1939 that she had joined the anti-Nazi committee and gave money, my name and influence I had with writers and others to combat Hitler's rise of power in Germany. So who knows? Here's the thing. She obviously started it. She obviously felt like she was doing something important, but it has affected in a large part, the black community, the black and poor community. The underserved communities, it tends to hit them the hardest. I don't know if Kanye, because Kanye was saying that, 19 million or something? What was it? He says since Planned Parenthood and Roe v. Wade was enacted, there's been 19 million abortions from black women, and I don't remember the stats, but it was crazy. So he's making points, and again, these are conservative talking points, and I don't subscribe to that. I do think that Margaret Sanger was probably into this eugenics shit. It was right there. She said it, but but I'm all for fucking flushing babies. Get them the fuck out of here. Get them out. If you don't want it, get it out. Get it the fuck out. Bye. And I know that sounds callous, but again, I'm into people making decisions for themselves. So if you feel like that shouldn't exist, bye. There's a rule. Which all African Americans should be very aware about any vaccines that the government give us. The hammer who got the nails. Yeah, and I had somebody on who was from the UK, and she was very lefty. She was one of those, get on Twitter and talk shit, and she was out marching. She served time for doing some shit that she wasn't legally allowed to talk about. But we had these moments where it's like I was just like, well, you guys, what about the black community? Because we were talking about anti-vaxxers, and she was very pro-vaccine. And at the time, is like, if you said anything about the vaccine outside of what the narrative was, you were fucking the devil, right? Everybody remembers that. And at the time, I was like, fuck that shit. And I never told anybody not to get it. And I still, if you want the vaccine, go get the fucking vaccine. It's there. By the way, Pfizer's about to triple it in price. So go get it while it's cheap, folks. Because it's about to cost about $150 a shot. Starting, I think, in the winter or something. I don't fucking remember. But yeah, they're going to just bring back metal clothing. Shut the fuck up, Naders. Exactly. That's what I don't want. That's what I don't want is because people are going to have abortions anyway. And now they're just making it unsafe for them. So it is kind of bullshit. But, you know, there is a history and there is the facts that, you know, a lot of black children are aborted every year. So, you know, there's just what do they call it? Inconvenient truths that come with these sort of decisions. Oh yeah, Naders, I did. In fact, I'm probably going to lose my whole TikTok because look Naders, right here. Katy Perry clone malfunction. Fucking, how many views? 1.2 million views. And then they just said, oh, this is taken down because of community violations, because you're spreading misinformation. Fuck you, TikTok, you fucking motherfucker. Look at my poor, sad little post. I tried something new today, and nobody cares. Wow, this is already up to 23,000? Jesus. I didn't expect that to happen. Sometimes you just, like, step away for like an hour and a half, you come back and it's like, bah! I'm like, oh, okay. Too bad I'm about to lose my fucking TikTok. Look at that. Almost to 20, and they want to shut me down. It's because I talk like this. Okay. He did it. Oh yeah, thank you, Robbie. Dang, after everyone tested it for them for free, now they're they're tripling the price. They're tripling the price. And it's all coming out now that, you know, before that the government knew that it wasn't going to stop the spread. It wasn't, they knew it before they were released it. It just came out that the government was well aware that this was not going to spread the transmission. Yet the motherfuckers went on TV, told everybody, shamed everybody. And I swear to God, they must have killed more motherfucking people than the people who didn't actually get vaccinated. Because this is what happened. A bunch of people got vaccinated and they felt they could do whatever the fuck they want. And they went to grandma's house and they were like, they didn't know they even had the fucking virus and it doesn't stop transmission, and they fucking killed grandma, fully vaccinated grandma. So fuck you, Rachel Maddow, fucking dumbass. Wait, I saw the KDP video yesterday. It was still up for me. Not anymore, bro. They fucking they put a fucking they put a whole fucking thing on it. You can't even play it. It's community guideline something. It's fucking stupid. I just believe that when any new modern technology like birth control or abortion is made, the law should be updated as well. Systems should work like her cell phone software updates. The logic of the Constitution makes sense, but the severity of technology has changed, and so therefore they should be new constitutional laws to protect citizens. Yeah, I mean that'd be great if we could do it in a way that doesn't like keep taking away our rights and shit. That's why family law is so messed up, because when innovation came, they chose to do nothing. We're not living in caves and hunting mastodons for clothes or food, but our laws. Yeah, some of our laws do need to be updated, especially when it comes to the family law stuff, man. There is a disproportionate amount of grief that men go through. Some rightfully so and some not. Sometimes it's just fucking, but there is this bias in the courts. And sometimes that's important, and sometimes it's literally a case-by-case situation. You can't just, it's just sometimes you're in a dangerous situation. You can't know the truth. We decide what is true. Tick the talk. You know what my son said to me and Raina the other day? He was just like, I bet they call it TikTok because it wastes all your time. And Raina was like, dude, because that just occurred to her. But it is smart, and it was a good observation for an 8-year-old. Wait, I saw, okay, you can't make jokes and parodies. Everything is just misinformation. Yeah, exactly. And, you know, I did form it as that, and I will say that I did put hashtag the shot and hashtag the shot. So I could see if they do get me on misinformation, but like they code that shit on purpose. It doesn't say fucking COVID vaccine shot, which I'm not saying that's what caused it, because she did actually come out and say that she does have a wonk eye. They're like, the whole fandom knows about the wonk eye, and they call it the wonk eye. So she has like a weird wonk eye thing. Imagine Katie and Bieber have a kid with their lazy. Oh, yes. This is creepy, though. Like, hold on. Let's take a pause for the cause real quick. Just real quick. Just because this is super creepy. Wonk eye. And we'll probably have a fucking ad. Okay. Loading ad. Fuck this ad. We're not even gonna let it show on the film either, or on stream either. Fuck them. Wait, so where were we? Oh, you got that juice, my guy. You got the Tropicana. You got that squish that bitch to the last drop. Yo, I've been working at it for a long time, Samo. I've been fucking doing this for a long time. Something needs to give, bro. Fucking going on 8 years with all this shit. And I've been in the music industry for fucking like 20 years. Like, something's got to give, god damn it. Let's check out this video on so they're kind of even putting Justin Bieber. Wait, but this is just Bieber. Where's fucking Katy Perry? Did she have an eye glitch due to the COVID vaccine? Ooh, they might have me on this one, guys. Eventually it managed to fix the issue. Fans quickly rushed to speculate in theories of social media. But many social media users joked that eye close is a side effect from the vaccine. She has that Pfizer eye. She got that Pfizer eye, y'all. Look at that shit, though. Tell me that ain't sus.
Make even more noise for my band. Make even more noise for my band.
Anyways, so there you go. What was it caused by the vaccine? False. There's no evidence behind the misleading narrative linking Perry's apparent brief inability to keep one of her eyes open to vaccines, or calling her a robot, the latter mostly in jest. Yeah, exactly. We're calling her a robot in jest. That Monsanto Mina. Let's go. I got a friend with a weird nipple. She calls it Frank. Thank you, Naders. I did notice that you never dropped that fucking that joke though. I did notice that. Oh, sorry. I'm like, you can see all that I'm doing. That would have been pointless if we were trying to hide the joke. Oh wait, never. You know what? I'm fucking. Listen. Let's get through this. Let's just get through this.
Population control. That's something that, I mean, that's just what it is.
African Americans are not choosing to get the abortion. I mean, it's a choice. It's an individual choice.
But we're being influenced to.
Well, then speak to the community.
And so there you go. There is a sort of, and I don't think this is just in the black community now. I think that's a little bit much. And I mean, maybe, I don't know, maybe it's something I missed. Obviously, I'm not the right pigment for that, but there is a social standing in this country if you have more of a liberal outlook that abortions are for everybody and that everybody should just have one. And in fact, a lot of people think that they should just be free, and that which I'm with that. I'm with free abortion for everybody. Why not? So I do think that there's sort of this like whole idea that's been supplanted in our head that like abortions don't mean shit, that is not a real baby, that's nothing, it's just a lump of cells. You know, even though at 20 weeks it does have a heartbeat. But anyways, that's not me. It's not my call. I'm a dude. I mean, I don't have to poop out a baby. So fuck it. Like let ladies do their thing. They're the ones who have to shit that thing out, not me. My bad. I had a phone call. I might need Samo's approval. Okay. No worry. Okay, you and Samo convene. Oh, did Robbie leave? Okay, bye, Robbie. I'm so sorry, buddy. I missed it. Good luck on your photo shoot. I'm sure you're already gone. My bad. Okay. You're good, Naders. Let's get through this and then
help. I mean, I don't know what the engineering solutions there are. It could be you were doing that in part by speaking to the value and the power of family.
Well, watch this. I was building shelters. I bought land in Calabasas, and I bought 2 ranches in Wyoming. 300 acres in Calabasas, 12,000 acres in total in Wyoming. And I started building ideas for shelters. And God set it on my heart to make monasteries, which would be modern day facilities that don't turn people down, that have farms, that have shelter, clothing. But first of all, water. First of all, knowledge, because knowledge is the most important resource to our species above water. Knowledge, it's itself.
Above
because then you can
water?
go get water. I mean, you can argue like if you're a baby, how do you get water? But the baby doesn't have it. You know, so someone with the knowledge then feeds the baby the water. But it's important that those with the knowledge teach the baby how to find the water themselves. And the business people that I've been dealing with have been keeping the baby sick by not sharing the information and the knowledge within inside of those contracts. My people are sick. If I load up Apple Music right now and I play the top songs in the rap chart, I would tell you my people are sick. If I go to the restaurants in opportunity zones and we look at the calorie rating and the cholesterol, I would tell you that my people are sick. If we look at the obesity rate, if you go to just a restaurant somewhere in Middle America, Denny's or something, I went to Denny's the other day, you will see that my people are sick. And my people meaning all people, right? But black people are very influential to all people. So, right, if the media picks an overweight black woman and says this is body goals, then the media are influencing my people to stay sick. And it just so happens that that night, I was so frustrated after 20 years that I had to call it out in one tweet that now, even if I say, hey, okay, I was frustrated for these reasons, now it's not good enough. You've literally tried to make me re-apologize 10 times in this meeting, re-say this, re-say that, but it doesn't change the fact that my people are sick, and I'm the only person in my position that will say that my people are sick. Today, not 30 years ago, not 60 years, my people are sick today. 50% of my people's deaths are abortion today. My people don't have the opportunities today.
Yeah, and the thing I want to jump in on here is this talk about weight and stuff. You know, I always talk about this. You know, I'm a dick about it, but it's. No, I think that is important. And telling little kids that it's okay to be overweight is fucking just awful. It's just not okay. It's not okay. It's like, it's just not okay. I checked my whispers, y'all. Naders. I don't understand it. I don't get it, and so I'm just not gonna say it because I don't get it. And there might be something to it. It's not a good joke. It's kind of stupid. Maybe it's because I don't get it, but we're gonna go ahead and go ahead and give that one a pass, bud. But I appreciate you. Appreciate you giving me the warning and asking. I really do appreciate you. No, I am not, Naders.
Even to the point that because if JP Morgan had been nice to me and if Alex Klein, a STEM player, had been fair to me, different things, then I wouldn't even point out that we don't have any black. We have 2 black engineers. So I have to have a responsibility, obviously, to all people, but specifically.
Oh, was it? I don't even remember what we were talking about. So right now he's referencing part of the conversation he had with Lex, where he's talking about his company that has the STEM player. They only have 2 black engineers on their team, and when he asked the Jewish guy who's in charge, I think he said something Klein. And that's why he keeps with this Jewish thing. But, you know, that's the theme of this whole situation, I guess. The senator of fucking Florida, I blame you. Where did that come from? What is it? The senator fucking. I don't know what that was so long ago now. So he was saying that the dude, that Klein guy from his STEM player, fucked him over, and then he said that he needs more black people as engineers on the team, and he even sort of walks back this idea because Ye is saying that, let's forget about race, let's just erase history and move forward. But then when it comes to his companies, he's like, I need to make sure that there is more black people. Because he's like, I just see people as people. Who cares about race? But then he's like, I need to make sure that there's more black people. And he wants to raise black people up. So there is a bit of contradiction in what he's saying. But he's a human being. And he has mental issues. And everybody contradicts themselves at some point in their life. But he is saying, that... my Jewish friend told me a joke the other. Here we go. Naders is he's going for it. But anyways, so that's what he's referencing. Is referencing his partners he's working with, his STEM player that he released Donda 2 on.
To my tribe, because tribes move. Tribalism is real with black people. To separate the brightest from the tribe, or to separate the leaders, it is factual that the CIA removed the leaders from the black community, put crack in the communities, put guns in the communities, and locked up all the leaders and called them gang leaders, right? Locked up all the leaders, locked up all the fathers. Now 72% of black mothers are raising children by themselves. This is an agenda like a Tuskegee experiment set on my people, right? And what I'm calling out for the black people in entertainment is, what are we doing? We have to collude. And if we don't collude, because even if I said, hey, I'd like to make a company that's all black, right? Is that okay for me to say?
Yeah.
Is that okay for me to say? Or is that anti-Semitic? See, if I hadn't crossed the line so far, then that would have sounded anti-Semitic. Now I've stretched a bit. So now we can go to, okay, let's make an all-black company. But that would have been anti-Semitic. Just that concept. Because you could...
And so he's sitting here saying he wants an all-black company, but he wants to erase history, move forward. And there's the contradiction, because there's a history of black people being overlooked in this country for positions of power and to move up in a company. So, he is still on that. History does matter. History does matter. And I don't think we should erase history, but to hold someone accountable for today's standards, like, I don't know, like Winston Churchill was a racist, cancel him, tear down the fucking statue, which I think is what happened. Like, he's awful. And it's like, bitch, it was like 80 years ago. Of course fucking he was racist. Everybody was fucking racist. Okay? Maybe he would have evolved if he came over here. But history matters. So moving forward like that is not complete. Oh, God, we spent this whole fucking stream on Kanye again.
The word that in a different way, that would sound anti-Semitic.
I don't know, man. I have to
No, listen. If I said I didn't want to have the Jewish people in the company, would that be anti-Semitic?
Yes.
It would sound like it, right? You'd say I'm from 1930s, right?
Yeah.
But for me as a tribe to say, no, I want an all-black company, right?
I'm generally against that kind of thing, but first of all, you have the right to do whatever the hell you want.
Well, what I'm saying is that's what I feel may need to happen for my people to have power again. Because when my people have been left under the media's control, we've been made sick. We've been allowed to be sick. We're promoting sickness.
I think, at least in the...
I'm not blaming the Jews for that, but what he's saying does hold a little weight. It does hold a lot of weight, and there's a lot of people who agree with that. And yeah, there's a lot of people that agree with what Kanye is saying right now. Is that, music that's popular, that gets pushed out, if they're black people, it's either, taking drugs, fucking, killing people. It's like being a hoe, WAP, your wet ass pussy, and they call it fucking feminism. I see the points where they're coming from. I mean, personally, I look at it as an art, and art does influence people. So I do see it as an influence on culture. I mean, it definitely does. But should we stop it? Should we make it something, I say it's up to the culture, not up to the people who are doing the business end of this. It's up to the artists. It's up to the culture, not up to the corporations and the people who run them. And that's the problem. If all you see is what he's talking about, if all you see is, fat people celebrating being fat and celebrating, having tons of kids from different people and celebrating getting abortions or whatever it is, whatever it's going to lead somewhere, right? It has to have some sort of influence. Again, I just look at it as art. It's art, all right? It is going to influence people, obviously. But should it be restricted? No. I mean, we need to learn this shit. I mean, this is just hard lessons we're learning right now. If we learn anything, we might just keep continuing to be idiots.
Engineering realm, I haven't met an engineer who happens to be black who would like to be called a black engineer. And when you have a company of all black people that are engineers, I don't know the creative arts, I apologize, but engineering, they really try to look at each other as humans and look at the problem. And you want to have the confidence that everybody on the team is the best possible person for the job.
What I can say is the world is sick, and I have slight images of utopia, slight images of happiness, slight images as a visionary and a creator. And I know for a fact the way that business deals have been done for me are keeping the world sick.
Fix them. I see that's what you're trying to do. And you probably, listen, people should not doubt, yay. But I got to tell you, I have to be honest. This is silly because you don't know me, but it hurt when you said you don't trust me. You kind of lost me. I don't think anyone's ever said that to me. I don't know, man. Fuck that. I don't care about views or clickbait or any of that bullshit. I just thought you were one of the greatest artists ever. It'd be cool to talk to you. I feel like you got pain you're working through. I never had anyone say that to me. Maybe I'm just being a mess about it, I guess. That's fucked up though. But maybe it's not. Maybe you shouldn't trust it. But I just haven't had that experience.
Yeah. Do you think I would trust anybody at this point in my life?
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. I hear you. And it's also kind of good to see how much strength you got. You're not broken by any of this. You're under a lot of attack.
Oh, bitch, he is broken.
By a lot of people. You have a vision, and you're trying to feel your way through it. And you might get destroyed for it. That's the human, that's the risk you take.
It's a wonderful life, though.
What do you hope your legacy is?
To be forgotten.
You think you'll be forgotten?
Because there's ego in memory, in the memories. Who designed the sidewalk? Who designed the water fountain? Who designed the stop sign? Who designed the stoplight? These things are so ubiquitous that the person that designed them is forgotten.
Wow.
If it's a good idea, it's a God idea. And no VCs can own it.
So you...
That's deep shit right there, man. I mean, that's the thing, man. He says things that are like super fucking genius, and then he says some dumb shit, and then, but that's bipolarism, right? That's how it works. Thank you guys so much for an awesome stream. I had such a great time today. Oh, hold on. Let me see. Oh my God. There's a reason the $100 bill isn't a present. Let me see. I'm not gonna say that one either, Naders. I'm sorry, brother. I'm not.